Well, none of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Children have to go back to the roots, yeah. None of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Children have to go back to the roots. I'm telling you now, the truth. Telling you, yeah, the truth. You have to go back to the roots. Go to the roots. Yeah, man, this is Benjamin out of the Smiling Coast, West Africa, Gambia, representing for the one and only Abu, the big man you don't know, the Soninke warrior, the man that brings the truth, Soninke warrior, the sign of enlightenment, the Soninke warrior, the righteous and the true African. Abu, reveal the truth to them, no matter how them try run from it, because none of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Yes, we have to dig back the roots, yeah. Fire!
Subscribe now.
I remember the days, all those years ago that never fade away. And I remember your face when you hit the ground. I can recall the time and place on the midnight walk through the old streets, trying to turn back the clock to the days of old, back to the days when all the things we knew were made of gold. As the world moves on, time sings a song. In the old neighborhood, as the clock strikes one, the memory lives just as it stood, like a quiet dream.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Afridamus Report. I'm your host, Afridamus. If you haven't already hit the like, please hit the like button. I want to welcome all of you to the Afridamus Report. And today, what are we talking about? We're going to tackle the topic, as you can see in the title, Oshay sends warning to fellow domesticated Blatts to avoid Gambia. I said just avoid Africa, period. Because, I mean, the thing about it is, to me, I agree with him by all means. But we are going to be talking about personal accountability. Because when you start saying, oh, avoid such and such place, you as an individual or your group, like, what are you bringing to those people? What are they going to miss you? Are they going to miss anything? So we're going to touch on all that. And to establish, we're beginning to see more and more, right? That the blacks, like in America, are definitely domesticated. They cannot survive without white protection. It's a fact. Because if you remember the first group of when people started saying they're going to Africa, they started popularizing it. And I knew it wasn't going to work because, I live here. I've lived here for a while. And I know that the mentality that most blacks have, not all, but most of them, the system that they were bred in, it's not going to work for Africa. It's not going to work in any place. So, and also what most blacks see as their culture and what is pushed as culture, to most people is degenerate. It's not only Africa. It doesn't match, African culture or any other culture. It's just a hybrid American culture created, given to, the blacks, because they gotta go with it. And they use it, they popularize it, and make it seem like that's an actual culture. So if you used to watch BET, and if you don't know what BET is, trust me, Don't worry. That means, you haven't been tainted, but you can look it up for, research purposes. So BET culture, go and check out, their award ceremonies. Just go check it out and see the type of, behavior that is propped up as Black culture. Then you come back to me and tell me what is wrong with that. You see? So this is why when I started seeing people saying, oh, we're going to Africa, I was like, oh man, this is going to be interesting. People were making videos. They were saying they are investors. Yes, they are investors. You're going to go open up business in a totally foreign country just based on skin color. You don't know the language. You've never run a business here. You were employed by the white man. So it was two things. At first, they use victimhood status, which is what they are familiar with. Don't forget, a lot of the people that are going there are older females and men. So they are coming from that civil rights era where they have this main character syndrome, like thinking that they are important, but not realizing, no, you're not. Because here in America, you know, um, they've used race as a currency. You see, so the race hustlers are Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, and others, right? These people came from that era, the quote unquote Black power. Like they used to say power, but you are seeing that, you know, they pushed victimhood. They became so comfortable with being victims. And they pushed mythical racism. They are used to using, like, let's say, simple incidents and make it, blow it out of proportion. But now you got people started saying, hey, America is so racist. They use George Floyd as the marker, saying, you know, um, they're hunting down Black people. I mean, think about it, like, we the Africans were Black too, but you're not seeing Africans parking up going, right? Because the reality of it is, if you live here, common sense will tell you where to go and where not to go. Okay? Common sense will tell you that you have to take personal accountability for self. You are solely responsible for you. Wherever you go, you pay attention to where you are. If you're thinking about settling there, that's entirely on you. You have to learn the language. You have to know the mannerism of the people. That's on you. But you look at it, Blacks in America. I mean, it's privilege to be Black. Trust me. This is why they would tell you, I would take your Black card away. It's a privilege because they can get away with pretty much anything. I mean, look at it. They say the most racist things to other people, but they accuse those people of being the actual racists. They went to Africa. They said they are running from the white man. They made it sound like there is like, you know, um, you know, night riders riding in the streets looking for Black people. But in all honesty, Black cities, Black neighborhoods are the most dangerous places in America. And I have proof to show you this. But anyways, as people, they came in, and then now they switch it. They said they are investors. That's right. They said they are investors. And we would assess all this and see what type of investment the Blacks are in. Because if you're coming from the BET culture, where is rap or you into R&B, people who are coming from that. We all know this, right? Entertainment culture, gang culture, or sports culture. This is why, like, if you look at it, there are so many Africans in the UK and in America. How many of these people that are going to Africa you've seen have had African friends, befriended, have had African friends to learn about Africa wherever they're going, right? To just go and fit in. But no, they said skin color because they have no regard, no formal idea of other cultures. Like, it's arrogance, like, because like in America, if you can make white people feel guilty by bringing up slavery history. And I told people, I said, watch, blacks will claim victimhood in African countries. And it's happening. Now they are talking about Gambia like it is black KKKs, like the black Gambian night riders are riding on horsebacks, just, riding and looking for the blacks. Where the blacks at? They riding in their kente cloth, white rider gown, and they are setting up, crosses in front of the black people's yard and burning crosses. Yeah, this is the idea that they are trying to paint. But Oshay is saying, hey, you guys don't go to Gambia, despite he's never been to Gambia, right? He's never been there. And he's like, yeah, there are people there that tells me about Gambia. Imagine if I'm always complaining about how terrible my life is in the United States, but I wouldn't leave. Just think about that for a minute. You'll be like, man, what's wrong with you? You made the choice to leave your country and move to another country. If you cannot adjust, why don't you pack your bags and leave? No need to complain, just leave. But no. So now, when they came, they said they are builders because, see, Africa is still a wild frontier. Most of the countries, it is developing countries. And now, most of these places, Gambia, Ghana, other places, the laws are lax. You, even as a foreigner, you can own land. So it's pretty much, it's open. It's like the gold rush. If you are a builder, you got business acumen, hey, the place is open to you. You can go, you can own land, you can own farm, if you got what it takes. I mean, like the Bag family, they're doing their thing, right? But now you're hearing people saying, oh, where's the infrastructure? The Indians and the Chinese, Lebanese, they're not complaining about that. If they come, they build what they want. They build it or they rent. So the people that are going to Gambia, the places they are staying at, who built those places? Do you think those people are going there sleeping on trees? No. They are going into places that are already built. They are already built. That's why you're able to rent places. And you guys saw the Gambia police, they came out, they spoke about the issues, the news. They showed it, yeah, the country, is not a rich country, clearly. They don't have the services that the United States have. So you have a group of people come, they are not the highest paying tax base, but they're demanding that country's police and their system to be first class. You see? So no, all they do is they want to complain. And complainers are nothing but victims. Clearly, it's about victimhood. Because why else would somebody promote themselves as a victim if it's not beneficial to them? And then they try to form like a cult system like in America to force you to subscribe to the quote unquote blackness, black culture, which is the BET culture. We all know this. Or self delusion, telling yourself that you are so strong, but when you're not. So there's a Turkish proverb that I saw, it says the forest was shrinking, but the trees kept voting for the axe. For the axe was clever and convinced the trees that because his handle was made of wood, he was one of them. So we see that here in America, just like even in this last election cycle, where 90% of black women, they voted for, the side that is against them, right? They voted against their own interest because they showed them few black people and they think they're part of it. So, and it makes absolutely no sense. Just because people have the same skin color, it doesn't mean you're the same people. People are connected by culture and cultural values and principles. Period. It's not about skin color. I mean, if you have no issue with abortions, you have no issues with people in the neighborhood shooting one another, and you never talk about that, then you go try to get somebody who is seeing that and saying, "Oh, we are all cultures are the same because we are all black." They'll be like, "No, no, no, wait a minute, no." So most people, we've seen the videos, they are still using the black skin to say they are Africans. But no, they are Americans. And it shows if you don't learn the system in Africa, not just Africa, wherever you go, it can be dangerous for you. I mean, you can clearly see in Gambia there is Indians, there is white people, Chinese, different races that are there, navigating it no problem. But if bad things keep happening, instead of taking personal accountability to say, hey, what are we not doing right? And so you can change your ways how to do things. No, you want to blame other people instead of studying. And I've seen some of them in the comments in those videos. Oh, they don't do that to the white people. Okay, you keep comparing yourself to white people instead of using your common sense and look out for yourself. Use common sense wherever you are. Not allow bad things to happen to you. The white man is no longer there to protect you. That's a fact. The reason why you see these old feminists packing up their bags, going there talking about I'm black and independent, old ladies, because they've got deluded. They didn't know that the white man is who was protecting them, making them feel like they have power. But the moment you leave the shores of America, like most of these countries is traditional. You see they look at you like, okay, what is this old lady doing here by herself? I mean, whether fortunate or not, that's what the culture is in many places. They don't just see just some old, middle age or old lady by herself talking about, I moved over to these places. I'm saying this. I'm not saying things to make you feel good about yourself. It's about facts, reality, because you're using a system and an idea in a place where it's not going to work. You cannot think, you're living in America, you're super masculine, thinking that, you got it down. It doesn't work like that in Africa. It does not. So, they're in competition with their black men. I remember when I was in Gambia, stayed at a place, and above me there was this single black woman that lived there. So one day they break into her place, and you know, like we all are there, but they didn't come to any place. They went straight to her apartment. Guys, I mean, I'm not a genius, but why, whoever, you know, these young dudes that went and broke into that apartment, you know, they must have known the place. They've probably been there before. But this is a single woman. You know, people like to say, oh, it is these old white Europeans that are coming to these poor places and, you know, trying to, leave us passport grannies or passport bros. Okay, is it only white people? How did those people know that apartment? How did they know a single woman lived there? I mean, people don't usually come in. So if you notice, a lot of the things that are happening, it's not just random strangers that are, you know, these crimes we've been hearing. These people know these people. They interacted with them. They bring them to their places. And then the woman, all she could do is just cry, and then she said she's moving. You see? And there were other black people there. All the people did was, it's like America. They mind their own business. You see? The white man was not there. The white police is not coming. So instead of crying about it, you know, understand where you're going. Simple as that. But if you don't come to Gambia, trust me, it's no love lost. Like, it absolutely makes no difference to them. Guys, please make sure you hit the like if you enjoy the show, you know, and don't forget to hit the super chats as well. All right, let's see here. Before we start, let's start with the, let me show you a little bit about Gambia and the Gambian national anthem to show you the people there are very happy. Here we go.
Gambia, our homeland, we strive and walk and pray. That's all believe in unity, freedom and peace lead there. Let justice guide our actions towards the common good, and join our diverse people to prove man's brotherhood.
That's right. You guys just saw the white man there, right? The place is open. If you listen to the words, they said they are open to everybody. You know, we pledge to, foster brotherhood with, all mankind. So that's the type of place the Gambia is. So you have to be realistic with yourself. It doesn't matter where you go. You know, Africa, any country, you have to know that there is good and bad wherever you go. This is why you, as a human being, have to have the common sense and use your discernment. You know, don't delude yourself, into believing, oh, these people are just like me. No, they are not even in the United States. But now let's go to Oshay. And before even, let's go to Oshay. Let's see, what he's talking about. Like, he's been on a streak where it's been months and months. He would just make negative videos about Gambia, back to back, back to back. But he's never been to the Gambia. So let's hear what he's saying. And this is for fair use, edutainment purposes.
And I believe his name was Dominique Leonard, and he lived in the Gambia. He's one of many deaths that have happened in the last 2 years with either Black British repats or African American repats. So I made a bold.
So, mind you, there's so far, as far as the news we got, it was a British man and a British woman who were killed. The rest, they died mysteriously, but there's no proof to show anyone did anything to them. No, none of the blacks from America have been killed by the hands of anyone. None of them. Right? So they're like, oh, why did these people, someone die? You know, like then you come and find out that person have heart issues. They are not the healthiest person. You're going to a place, you know, where it's hard, the medical is not up to par to what you're used to, but because they died there, so therefore, you know, guess what? It is the Gambians who killed those people. Zero Black was killed by the Gambians. But now you see how they're framing the story. They are taking two Black British and adding it onto themselves, saying the Gambians took out, you know, Black Americans. So deliberately lying, deliberately distorting the you know, what actually happened. So doesn't that make you wonder, you know, if this is just a propaganda? The same techniques that they use here in America is being used. So let's hear more.
Statement. Don't go to the Gambia. Now, me saying this, a lot of people supported me by saying this because of the tragedies that have happened in the Gambia. But then we got a lot of people who were in a disagreement with me.
And I want to make it clear, right? I actually agree with Oshay. If you have domesticated mindset, yes, do not come to the Gambia. Yeah, don't come to the Gambia. I second the motion here. But then all that additional thing, let's hear all that. But before we get into that, it's interesting. You know, he's saying don't come. But this week, Davido already beat you guys to that. You mentioned, oh, let's go to Nigeria. Let's hear. Actually, let me allow him to get to that, and we'll hear what an actual Nigerian will say.
Some people took personal shots. It might have been Gambians themselves. So I want to just kind of read some of those comments, and then we'll come back. So I wanted to get into some of these comments because people disagreed with my perspective. Let's look at Anna Sangor. Kinganda. The estimated death rate in Gambia in 2024 is 5.6 deaths per 1,000 people. A simple Google search would have helped you, but you decided this is the route you would take. This is a good way to say, I'm dumb. All right, it's okay. I would encourage your viewers to also do their own research before jumping to conclusions. This is from the most recent U.S. travel advisory, which is what I explained before. The healthcare suck and most crimes are related to break-in. This is from last month.
See, the U.S. travel advisory, most, you know, they give the same description on, you know, most African countries to begin with, right? You notice they tell us, oh, you Africans don't go by what the white man is the one lying to you, blah, blah, blah. No, they are letting you know, okay, the place you're going to, the medical, you know, you're not going to get the best medical treatment there, which is true, okay? You're not moving from one state of America to another state. You are going to a third world country. That's what that means. That means when you get there, you are going to be coming with a lot more with you than other people. So when you go on YouTube and advertise it, showing your house and stuff, they could break into your place. Or when you go there, you befriend just whomever. You don't use common sense, you're not differentiating. They could break into your place. That's all they are trying. That's the message they are conveying to you, to take personal accountability. But it doesn't mean that, it's like most black cities in America. We will get to that here in a second.
Country summary: theft and home burglaries occur frequently in the Gambia, especially in the broader area. Okay, so the rest of the comment doesn't matter. She's telling me that a simple Google search would have helped me. And let's say that all these things are the truth. There's a number that we don't know. What is the criminality or the deaths per people that are from the diaspora? So if it's 5.6 deaths per 1,000 people, are there even 1,000 diasporans in the Gambia? And what is the death rate in comparisons to the entire black diaspora in the Gambia? I would.
So in that case, if you look at it, most Gambians that were deleted here in the United States, they were deleted by blacks in black neighborhood. So does that mean it is safe for us to say all the blacks are dangerous? Do not go around any black. You see the example he's using? I can guarantee you, if I start doing the shows about just even the simple, like Gambians or other Africans who were deleted in the United States, their perpetrators were blacks. That's a fact. But that doesn't mean you don't see Africans say, oh, all blacks do that. You see what I'm saying? So that's what he's trying to do here.
Say that it's higher than 5.6 per 1,000 people. And that is the problem. So you don't have numbers based on that. I'm not dealing with the whole entire Gambia, the entire nation. That's something that you can be concerned with. I'm not concerned with that, nor do I care. I care about the fact that you have diasporans who are moving from their respective country going to the Gambia, and I keep hearing about these situations. And so instead of you addressing that, you're addressing something that I'm not talking about. And I understand that, hey, listen, Gambia is probably a beautiful place and they have beautiful people. I'm not disputing that. I don't think that Gambians are bad people, all right? But I am disputing that, hey, listen, stop going to the Gambia because, you think it's cheap. And it's probably a place that doesn't have that many opportunities and you're better off someplace else. That's what I'm going to.
So why would anyone leave the United States, the biggest economy, the richest country in the world, to go look for opportunities in the Gambia? Okay.
I'm going to continue to say on this channel, and I really don't care if you guys don't like it. I'm sorry. I really wish I had, some sympathy for you. I just don't. Stefan says, most of these crimes are not even committed by Gambians. We have so many other African nationalities that are committing crimes in our country. This is what I've heard. I heard that there are a lot of Sierra Leoneans there, Nigerians there, other groups there. And I get it. One of the crimes was actually.
You see, he's using black ghetto people to represent the Gambians. Here we go.
Committed by a Sierra Leonean, but it did happen in the Gambia. So I'm not trying to say the Gambians are bad people or they're evil people. What I'm saying is it is too alarming that these things are happening from the black diaspora in the Gambia, and I'm not hearing it as much as Tanzania, which we have a bigger community out there.
We've seen videos of, people, they said deleted in Tanzania and even Ghana. We would play all this, but let's continue.
Here, Ghana, we have a bigger community in Ghana, South Africa. All of these.
I have videos of them talking, saying the same thing. He was saying the same thing about Nigeria too. But watch how he is gonna big up, these places. He is using, the divisive, language to plant it in your head because that's what he is used to. The U.S. propaganda. Mind you, just a few months ago, he was saying the same thing about Ghana and Nigeria. But anyways, let's go.
These countries I'm mentioning, there are bigger communities in the Gambia, and we're not hearing these deaths. Why are we only hearing these problems happening in the Gambia? Doesn't matter who's killing who. Momo, there are a lot of killings happening in all countries. These countries you mentioned have more killings in a month than Gambia in a whole year. What you don't understand is that those that are killed by non-Gambians who came in for hustling.
Guys, come on, man. You enjoying the show, only 13 thumbs up. Get the likes up, man. I mean, I get it. Whether you like it or not, show how you feel. You can thumbs it down or thumbs up. Simple as that. Hitting that thumbs up, the like, is not going to kill you. So I'll just wait for a few seconds, so we can get the thumbs up, I mean, you're enjoying the show. You don't want to hit the like. It's like someone invite you into their house. They gave you jollof rice. They gave you all the drinks. All they're asking you to do is, knock on the door before you enter. That's all. All right, let's go.
You need to make that known to the public too. Again, we're not dealing with all countries. That's something that you can deal with and something I really don't care about. If you guys want to say how safe the Gambia is, fine. I'll let you have that argument. I'll concede it. I'm still going to tell people.
The Gambia is safer than, the neighborhoods that most of these people are coming from. But all right.
Out of every African country that you can recommend in the Anglophone world, you should rank the Gambia toward the bottom as a black diasporan to live and invest there. I would tell you that based on, I feel that the country is not going forwards from what I can tell.
So he can tell all this by not ever going to Gambia. Okay, let me show you. Let's look at the United States. I'll show you an example of just 3 of the most dangerous. Actually, I'll show you 50 most dangerous places in the United States. And guess what cities, who's the majority in those cities. Here, let me give you an example from our correspondent, our black correspondent, to give us the scoop here.
Number 1, Memphis. Listen, stay the fuck out of Memphis. The whole city is a fucking war zone right now. And it's been like that for the past few years. I can remember a time when Memphis was safe. And it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter your status. Doesn't matter how much protection you have. Nobody is fucking safe. Motherfuckers out here getting caught lacking in the streets, parties, weddings, and even cookie shops. You can get smoked while picking up chocolate chip cookies.
Are you guys hearing this? Memphis, guess who is the majority in Memphis, and who is doing this? I mean, imagine you can't even go pick up chocolate cookies without getting deleted. So all you see, he is black, and he is telling you. Okay? He is telling you. But then the same people want to come and tell you, oh, it is the white man. You should be worried about. The white man is killing us. That's why we're running to Africa. You got people telling you, oh, we are, like African countries like Gambia is dangerous. But you don't have to worry about this in Gambia. Okay? But and he's telling you, oh, few of the people died. He's telling you few people, that 2 people who unfortunately, got killed. Right? But who is killing the blacks in America? He wants to cry, but who is killing the blacks? They're killing each other like flies, literally. He's telling you Memphis, Tennessee, avoid Memphis. Here, this is coming from, a black person. Here we go.
Adults, kids, grandmas, and rappers in Memphis are going down like flies, especially rappers. Number 2, Los Angeles. Now I get it, there's many places in LA, but I'm talking about specific places, such as Inglewood, the Crenshaw District, and Compton. Now I get it, y'all be more united than we think, but some of y'all motherfuckers is crazy and just lack common sense. Y'all will smoke motherfuckers for the dumbest reasons. Simply
Listen to this. You guys are hearing how people literally, in these majority black places, like they would literally take your life for nothing. He's about to tell us some of the things that they're taking people's life over.
from the fact that you don't know them over stupid ass colors, even logos on hats. And why the fuck y'all always pressing motherfuckers? Someone could be walking their dog down the street and then y'all walk up to them and ask them where they from. And listen, for anyone who wants to go to LA, if someone walks up to you and they ask you where you from or who your peoples is, you better make some shit up. You better tell them you stay with your grandma or some shit. And if they ask where she stay, you better say around the way or around the block or some shit.
Are you guys hearing this? Look, this is valuable information he's giving you. If he's right, if you're around LA, Compton, those areas, avoid those. If someone comes and asks you where you from, he's right. You better make up some stuff. Some of you goofies, Africans will be like, oh, I'm from Africa. They would rob you. Literally, they will rob you. Yeah, so it's like, Oshay is talking to us as if he did not come from violence. This is the culture. This is the culture.
Now you're going home with nothing. Or not going home at all. Number 3, Newark. I don't even want to discuss Newark. So we're going to make this quick and simple. With no hesitation, these motherfuckers will take everything you possess, give you the stomping of a lifetime, and laugh while doing it.
He's right. They will rob you. And then on top of that, bunch of them, just like hyenas, they will attack you and stomp you down. It's not just enough to steal from you. They would stomp you down. And you know who they're doing this to? Other blacks. Other blacks. Right? They are doing this to other blacks. So don't go over there.
Seek violence. And honestly, the only way they won't touch you is if they smell that nasty ass Dior Sauvage on you. Because at least then they know you're broke.
So you guys hear that, right? If you think, so he only talked about 3. Let me give you 50. 50.
There's ghettos in the United States. The first is the most dangerous in the world. Top 50, Brownsville in New York. Top 49, Sutherland Avenue in Indianapolis. Top 48, LaGrange Street in Toledo. Top 47, Kishwaukee in Rockford. Top 46, Minnie Avenue in Cleveland. Top 45, Central Avenue in Cincinnati. Top 44, West Englewood in Chicago. Top 43, Sugar Hill in New York. Top 43, Riverdale in Chicago. Top 42, Compton in Los Angeles. Top 41, Tenderloin in San Francisco. Top 40, Brookstown in Baton Rouge. Top 39, Bedford Heights in Cleveland. Top 38, East Harlem in New York. Top 37, Soundview in New York. Top 36, East Oakland in Oakland. Top 35, Hunts Point in New York. Top 34, Watts in Los Angeles. Top 33, Riverside Plaza in Minneapolis. Top 32, West Side in Chicago. Top 31, Richardson Street in Atlanta. Top 30, Ferguson in St. Louis.
So you guys see that, right? These are all black cities or neighborhoods or ghettos. So if, for instance, some of you, if you move up here and you did not take the time and do your due diligence and do your research, you end up in these places. Sorry, I would say the same thing. You are responsible for yourself. Okay? You are responsible for yourself. Like, I'm not going to blame these people. I'm not going to blame them. That's what they do. Okay? And they do it to each other. So why would you go over there? But this is not the case in Gambia. It's not even close. Not even close. But here, let's hear more of Oshay.
I can tell that the country might be going backwards with its leadership. And then I can tell you that you could use or come to a country that has more opportunities. Kenya would be better. Rwanda would be better.
So he said Kenya, right? Rwanda. Let's hear more.
I believe Uganda would be much better. Okay? These are places in the Anglophone world that I think that you can just get a lot better value for your money and do very well and not experience maybe these same issues. So I can still say that also. And this is not me hating on the Gambia, but just me talking about the truth. Okay? I talk to people from the African diaspora that live in the Gambia. I don't want to call their names, but I've never heard anybody that I've talked to talk about how happy they have been living there. Now, it could be that somebody is happy living there, but and I understand that, but I'm dealing with a concept and I'm not hating on the.
So let's think about this. He used a very interesting word. He said they are not happy there. If you're not happy in a place, why don't you leave? Why don't you leave? You see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, think about this for a minute. Why stay at a place that you're not happy with? Like, no one's stopping you. They should leave, right? But here we go.
Gambia, I'm talking about the fact that I keep hearing that Americans are passing away there, like British are passing away there. It's just bad. It's not very many opportunities. So I'm doing my best looking out for the people that watch this channel. And I understand that you guys might not like that, but hey, listen, it is what it is. All right. I'm sure the Gambian people are beautiful, and I'm sure that they're not.
Okay. You heard that, right? So let's see. This week, for example, Davido had an interview, and like the blacks, because they said Trump won. Now they want to run. They want to run over to Africa. So they asked Davido this question. Let's hear what he's gonna say.
For if people want to leave America and like try to find those,
leave America and go where?
Back home.
Let's be honest. Go
back home where you are already home. But here we go. Oh, sorry.
It's not cool back home.
It's not.
My country now is in the economy now is in shambles. Like,
but if people are leaving,
I do my part.
Yeah,
I'm an ambassador. So when I go home and I'm filming and showing, I'm not gonna show the bad parts. I ain't gonna show all the
You're
bad
not gonna try to slum. You're not gonna show the trenches.
No, I go to the trenches.
Yeah.
I film the trenches, but I'm talking about the situation in the country.
Yeah,
we Nigerians, you know what I'm saying? Like now the exchange rate is messed up. A lot of stuff not going well. You know what I'm saying? The economy is just not good. And the oil prices are too high. And imagine a country that produces oil. We produce the oil, and we pay more money for oil than a country that's importing the oil. You know what I'm saying? So just stuff like that. But
so you see, he's speaking as an adult, giving you the truth, right? But did you hear what Oshay is saying? He's saying, yeah, we go to the places with opportunity. You're going to leave America and go look for opportunity where? You as an American, you're coming from the richest country. When you come in, you are looked at as somebody that's supposed to bring the opportunity, not the other way around. Not the other way around. So he said Kenya, right? Kenya is good. Let's hear what the Kenyan, like I came across this video because, like the blacks, they were making videos. They said, now Kenya is the place. Let's find out what this Kenyan woman says. Actually, let's hear this first one.
American men who have been creating content about life in Kenya and then encouraging other men to leave the US and come settle down in Kenya for many reasons, including the obvious ones. Weather is great, it's not so expensive compared to the US, people are friendly, but more importantly, they're encouraging men to move to Kenya because of the women.
So, passport bros, right? So these are your investors. So clearly, you see, like when Africans they smile to you, they've already studied you. This is why I say domesticated versus the undomesticated, because you don't understand the African mannerism. You confuse it. You confuse things. You can't read things. So clearly, they are letting you know the Africans are laughing. They're like, oh yeah, they are. These are passport bros, and you're gonna get the same passport bro treatment. But let's hear from the lady, and then you make what you can make of it.
They're calling Africa and especially Kenya the hope for masculinity and a man's paradise. They say that Kenyan women, number one, are very beautiful and attractive. But more than this, they say that women in Kenya are very feminine, soft, and submissive.
The thing is, Kenyan women.
So guys, these are the investors. Let's listen to this investor meeting here. What are they investing in? You guys remember what I told you about you either gonna get conversation about sports or sex or along those lines. So it will be interesting to hear the investors in Kenya. Let's hear from our new investors in Kenya.
Are so soft and kind and feminine.
And women, their voices are soft, their voices are tiny, and the way they move.
They're being treated like kings here without...
So yeah, the women, their voices are soft and they are very, very feminine. I guess Bonquisha over in Memphis, her voice is not soft to you, right? So pretty much what we're hearing here, they are running away from their Black women, right? So they are recording these and putting it on YouTube. And the Africans are watching it. The women are watching it. So it's like, yeah, they're smiling to me. Oh yeah, you learn few words, Asante Sana. Now all of a sudden, oh yeah, I'm a Kenyan. Because they've been programmed to believe that whatever you tell yourself, that's what you are. Now there's, oh yeah, these people are smiling, they're laughing. That means they must really love me. They must really love me. But here we go.
Even having to put in so much effort that they only need to send text messages at the right time. And these women, we women, are melting in their arms.
You guys see the sarcasm on her face? Okay.
My experience, they kind of just melt in your arms. They kind of just fall in your arms. I don't really have to do much. I don't have to put in that much effort. The most effort that I have to put in is to send messages accordingly at the correct times of the day and be consistent with messaging. As long as you do that, I don't see how you can not be successful.
Their main challenge is actually having to say no, picking and choosing, because the options of good women are too many. The applications are too many. They cannot believe it because they say women in Kenya exist in their femininity naturally.
I'll be honest with you. The most probably difficult thing you'll probably deal with here when it comes to dating is to not accept everybody that comes your way.
That is 100% fact.
To not accept, you can't just say okay. You can't just go.
So you're seeing. So Oshay is like, hey, don't go to Gambia. Come to Kenya. Come and invest. So this is what the investment is. Yeah. Oh, this is the investment.
It's a completely different thing than the States, man. That's definitely the most difficult thing, is to not accept all applications.
So they compare with women in America who they say are more masculine than they are feminine. They're disrespectful, they don't submit, they're not soft, their voices are loud. And all these points to the whole toxic masculinity movement which exists there. We're doing manly things, normal manly things.
So these people are saying in America, they have low testosterone, They're saying, I'm not allowed to be a man. You see? But in Kenya, I become a man there. So it's more beneficial to them than to Kenya. Hey, and I'm not against whatever. If hey, that's what they want to do, and the Kenyans are into it, that's their problem. But I'm just showing you, like what type of investment Oshay is talking about. So this is Kenya. Let's hear them.
Like being assertive, leading, making decisions is considered toxic. So the women there are existing in a lot of masculinity because, in their words, they are fighting the manliness.
If my shoulders are broad out, or if I ask someone, my voice is deep and it's heavy, and I might be seem like I'm too forward, everyone just saying, "Excuse me, I was over here."
So you see, like the blacks, they do themselves the most disservice. So it's like when they started coming to Africa. So people in Africa see America as what it is, the richest country, strong, sensible people. Then they see these blacks promoting victimhood, right? So the people kept listening. They're like, man, a lot of these people, they're not investing anything. These people just talking victimhood. So they gave themselves out. So now the men here are crying about victimhood, being victimized by Bonquisha, Shanice, all of them. Okay? Talking about those women, the American black women are not feminine. They don't submit, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what kind of submission they want, but Africans are over here with their black American women. The women are submitting to the Africans. I know plenty of the black women, they married to Africans. Guess what? They've learned how to cook jollof rice. If they're married to Kenyans, they learn how to cook ugali. Okay? A woman will never submit to a man who don't know how to be a man. It's not, you see how they are doing, they are blaming even the black women in America. Do you see this? Do you know how many black women I have dated, been with? Every single one of them. I never had no problem. They're not raising their voices at me. In fact, they are so sweet. Very sweet. Okay? But they are blaming the women. They said they are running away from the women. But these women submit and get along with Africans and Caribbean men. I mean, some of them can be toxic, but you still got to put them in a training program. That's right. Okay? They put them in a training program. Tasha said, why are you not married? Well, Tasha, I used to be married. And she was black, but we had a divorce because she started acting, misbehaving. So therefore, that cannot work. But the bottom line is, I'm just giving examples that you see the black woman in America, they are running away from the black woman. But you can, if you are a real man, you can handle these black women. In fact, they become so sweet, submissive. There's nothing women hate the most than a man who don't know how to lead. I'm telling you. If this woman gotta dominate you, she's not gonna like that. See, I don't put up with that sassiness, that sassy mouth and stuff. I don't put up with that. And the moment you come in, in my presence, I make that known right away. You see? But I'm not sitting over there talking, she is combative, she is blah, 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 And we get to the restaurant, all that yapping, running your mouth, starting stuff with people. If that's what you're used to, when you're around me, you better not do all that. I make that all clear. One made that one time, You know, right there, the white people, I was like, I grabbed their hand. I said, let's step outside. We stepped outside. I told her, if you're going to misbehave, we're going to leave. So act like a lady. She's like, oh, thank you for correcting me. And she was black. She knew how to be a lady. But let's hear from, the broken men of America.
Being a man, like I'm first, I'm the leader, I'm in charge, I am a man. Here, that's respected. I feel like when I'm in the States, somebody can call the cops on me.
In contrast, here in Kenya, they feel wanted, celebrated, appreciated, and respected just for being men. One of them was even saying that women in the US won't even compliment you so that they don't inflate your ego.
What kind of man looks for the compliment from a woman? What kind of man does that? Just be a natural man, you see? But she doesn't pat me in the head. She doesn't tell me how hard I work. I cannot abuse her because if I abuse her, she's going to call the police. But why would you want to abuse her? Oh, you got to submit to me, blah, blah, blah. What kind of, like if you ask most of these guys, and I've heard even like they say they use red pill talking point. Oshay is into that, right? They're like, oh yeah, this woman got to submit to me, blah, blah, blah. And women are not going to submit to an undisciplined man. And a lot of these people, when you listen to them, they are not looking for a woman who's been a woman, right? They want a personal slave. After you listen a little bit, you can tell, oh yeah, they want personal slave. But that's not what women are supposed to be. But all right.
But will in fact go out of their way to make you feel insecure about yourself. But here in Kenya, women are acknowledging them when they look good, when they work hard. They just love it here.
Matter of fact, I've heard some sentences from women for the first time ever in my life when I left the States. Even something simple as, wow, you're really hardworking.
You guys see that, right? That's right. The brothers are out there. They're having the best time in Kenya. They have finally discovered how to be, a real African, that testosterone and masculinity. But now let us find out from our other female Kenyan correspondent who have been taking accounts on the ground and studying, what is happening. Let us hear from her. And she's going to tell us why the Kenyan women are like that. Here we go.
African men that have settled in Nairobi or settling in Nairobi, and they're making content around Kenyan women being soft, feminine, sweet, and they are being treated like kings compared to how they are being treated in America. And as a
So you see, do you guys see the problem now? Imagine having main character syndrome. You've never been a king. You don't even have your own land, but all of them are kings. And all the women are queens. Okay? So if everybody is king, everybody is queen, who's going to be the peasants? This is why when us Africans come, when we meet the Black American women, they know, okay, we just met the real king, real royalty. To be a king, you have to be a man, a real man. Well, how are you going to be a king, a landless king? So that doesn't work. So imagine you go on the internet and you're making these videos. So the Kenyan women are watching it. So now when you come in contact with them, guess what they're going to do? They're going to act exactly as you painted them to be. Like you've told them your fantasy. They already know what you're insecure about. Oh, this guy wants to be told he's hardworking. Oh, they would say this to you. So you're not getting the real deal. So here we go.
Kenyan woman, I'll be honest, is the money, bro. Is the dollar that you came with from USA that is giving you that level of treatment. Let the dollar run out.
Do you guys hear what she just said? Our Kenyan correspondent? Sir, the reason why you are being treated that way, you are getting the best ugali. Guess what? Is that dollar. Is that dollar. So she's going to tell us, she's a Kenyan woman. She is letting you know, man, the dollar would make this woman sweeter than honey. I'm telling you, they will be so sweet to you. But here we go. She's like, it's the money. You better not let it run out. Here we go.
Boy, let the money run out. That's when you will find out that Kenyan women can also be rude and disrespectful. You want to play with Nairobi.
Look, Kenyan women. This is why when they say these Kenyan women are so sweet, oh, the voice is fooling you. Do you, like, there's videos I have seen, like these Kenyan women, they would whoop your ass. I mean, literally. I'm talking physical. I mean, at least Bonquisha and Shanice, they would just, cuss you out. Okay? You touch them, they call the police. They're not putting their hands on you. I mean, some of them probably do. But, yeah. They say, oh, these African women are so sweet. Yeah, Kenya especially, if that money run out, oh, yeah. Yeah, they're going to put their hands on you. You start coming around talking about, hey, why aren't you treating me like a king? They might call the police on you as well. I mean, like these guys, they act like they don't have police in Africa. They have cops everywhere. But they don't need the cops for you at that moment because you got money. So let's hear this.
Nairobi dating scenes with no finance, Troy. It's not the accent that is sustained that relationship. It's not the bling bling. It's not the dreadlocks. It's not the fact that you're saying you're related to Kanye West. It's not the fact that you're saying you're former producer of Drake. It's not the fact that you're saying that you know Beyonce from there.
So do you guys hear this? Do you hear the type of stories these Negroes are taking to these places? Yeah, they are all film producers. They're friends with Kanye West. The woman is spilling the beans for us. I'm not the one going in the streets picking this up. She is probably encountered them. Her friends did too. So you guys are hearing this. They are friends with Kanye West. Okay.
No, no. It's not the hip hop songs. It's the fact that you came with a dollar sign. Let the money run out. That's when you will find out that in Kenya, money speaks multiple languages. I know they're not telling you the truth. It's not because you have the most charming personality. It's not.
Are you guys hearing this? So you see, that's the advantage most African men we have, because we don't live in a delusional world. In fact, if the woman, she come around, especially she African, she getting all too sweet, you're like, what do you want? If you're smart, you're like, okay. I mean, you being too awfully sweet. Like, what do you want? Tell me. What are you looking for? But no, you've seen these guys. They're like, oh yeah, bro, they really, man, these women are so sweet. They, they love us. They love us, because we black. Yeah, they copy, mimic black culture. Oh yeah, they watch BET. So then you decide to tell them you will go with Kanye West and all that. But the woman is letting you know, they're just pretending like they're into that. But they are not into it. They want that money, the American dollar. That's what I keep trying to tell people. And you've seen videos, some of them say, oh, all these Africans care about is the money. Okay, like when you come in from America, that's what they're expecting from you. And you should know that.
The fact that you know, you have a nice accent and you have, you know, nice culture. Leroy is the dollar. When the
Man, how many? She or even know the ghetto names. Leroy. She probably met Leroy Jenkins.
dollar runs out, that's when you'll find out the truth. In Kenya we say, mapenzi ni pesa. Pesa ikiisha, mapenzi imeisha. Asante.
Did you guys hear that? Yeah. Imagine you trying to be a king in a place where you don't even know their language. The only thing you can say is Asante Sana. And then, yeah, I mean, the African, like you picking few words, you saying it. Of course, these women, they're going to play along. They're telling you. But hey, that's none of my business, okay? I'm just trying to show you that when Oshay said, don't come to Gambia, go to Kenya, I totally applaud that. But let me play a little bit from one of the old ladies who's also telling you not to go to Gambia. She's never been, but these are the type of single women traveling around. Think about it. She want to go move to Tanzania. She says she want to be around a lot of blacks. But there are a bunch of blacks in Mississippi, South Carolina, Atlanta, black majority places. You don't need to go to Africa. So here we go.
Shalom, Salawam, Habari, Mambo VP. What's up, family?
Yeah, she's let's listen from our Swahili queen. Mambo Jombo Sana. That's right. Yeah, this is our Swahili correspondent from Tanzania. I mean, think about it. I mean, like she can translate for the other blacks, Yeah. So yeah, speak Mambo Jumbo to the blacks. Here we go.
Greetings, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are across the world. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Diaspora Connect. This is Wanda, and welcome to the channel. If you don't know, I am born and raised in America. I repatriated to Dar es Salaam, Tanzania back in July of 2020, and I have been here for almost 5.5 years now. 4.5 years now. Sorry. 4.5 years now, and I have made a life for me here in Tanzania. I created a business. It's a consultation business. And
did you hear that? Oh, I've created business, right? Consultation. So everyone you see on YouTube, even that Austin Holloman you saw in that video, the business you see here is consultation. Yeah, call me. Let me tell you how to come to Tanzania. But you've been there 5 years. Like, did you start building a place, a real business, like maybe like a resort hotel? Maybe the blacks, when they come, they can stay there. No, consultation business. She said that's what she's doing. How's that beneficial to Tanzania? I have no idea. But here we go.
other things. So when you create a business, usually you can expand it, and add other businesses underneath it. So I'm working on that right now. But yeah, so I've been here and been living life, been learning the language, and yeah, all that good stuff. So anyway, I decided to do this video today because I wanted to talk about the Gambia. I want to talk about the Gambia, y'all.
Yeah, she's in Tanzania, right? But guess what? I have to talk about the Gambia. Yeah. Yeah, because you're having such a great time in Tanzania. So therefore, why don't I now come and talk about the Gambia, where I've never lived? Let's hear her tell us about the Gambia.
Now, this is for my diaspora, those historic diaspora, the ones who were dispersed during the transatlantic slave trade over 500 years ago, this video is for you. If you are in the West, you want to relocate, visit, do business or whatever in Africa, right? And you do your research. Lately, there have been a lot of demises of unalivements or demises of our diaspora people in the Gambia. So that would not, that right at this point, that should not be a place that anybody decides to go to. I'm sorry, Gambians, but it's just
No, don't be sorry. Ma'am, we are happy that you are over there in Tanzania. In fact, when I saw you, the video, when, the person that sent it to me, when I checked it, when you said you were in Tanzania, I was like, thank God, Gambia dodged this bullet. Let us hear from her. Tell us.
not safe for us. And I want to do this video because I know it's cheap, and a lot of people want to go there because it's cheap and it's easy to get residency and all this, but these people are not wanting you to be there. Like, they're making it crystal clear that, and it's not all the Gambians, so I'm not going to throw all them under the bus.
Oh, no, it's all of us. In fact, we have stepped up our KKK game. Some of our people, our president and the community leaders have been putting money together to send some of us to that, Grand Wizard School, so we can learn, how the KKK was able to drive you out of the South. It's all of us. Let's continue.
Because I'm sure the Gambians are nice people just like everywhere else, but in the last year.
So, Pakande, you're right. They are in Africa for financial opportunity. It has nothing to do with trying to connect with Africa. That is facts. So, if no one is stopping you from trying to, if you got your business, you can go do it in Africa. But don't try to lie to us to say, oh, we're trying to connect. Who you trying to connect with? Who? But here.
Or so, there have been a lot of unalivements or demises of our people. This is at an alarming rate. Black, British, African Americans, alarming. So I personally would recommend you find another country that you want to go to.
So you notice how she quickly just slipped in there. Oh, Black, British, and African American. Guys, Shekina Shinedu was she was the British woman who was killed by her worker, and the latest British guy, Leonard. None of the Americans were killed by anyone, as far as we know. Those people, some of them died in the hospital there. So what is this thing about? Oh, we are being deleted in the Gambia. So do you guys see, I showed you the most dangerous cities in America, right? It's black cities. But these same blacks are telling you they are being killed by the police. The police is who they are running from. So if they are lying about that, what makes you think they're not gonna, if they're telling a lie about Gambia, or exaggerating about Gambia, what makes you think they want to exaggerate about the white people? But here we go.
To another country, there are other countries that are not as expensive. Yes, a little bit more difficult with the residency and the citizenship, so you have to go through certain hoops. But take that chance, yeah, because Gambia for diaspora is not the ideal place right now until they get a hold of this situation with the.
Is she one of the Jew? So you're right, man. It's not the suitable place. Yeah, please let them go to Kenya. Encourage them to go to Kenya and Tanzania. Gambia is not an ideal place, or maybe Nigeria. Guys, the link is in the chat. Hit the link. Come join us. Rasmois, I see you there. I'll join you shortly.
The unalivement of our people with the demises. And see, they don't do autopsies. So all this is happening and we really don't know. I think for 2 of them right now, out of the 9 or 10 of us that have been found unalived there in the Gambia in a year or so, I think 2 of them was obvious that they were um, unalived by somebody. Specifically, the other ones, like in their sleep, they didn't wake up. They just under mysterious circumstances, right? So, and they don't do autopsies.
So those people died. Do they live with Gambians, or they live with other diasporans, or they live by themselves? This is the part that needs to be cleared out. She is saying those people, 2 people were the ones that were killed, obvious, the British, right? 2 people. Other people passed away, medical condition or whatever. But still, she's making it sound like it is the Gambian people who did that. You see? Let's hear more.
So unless your family gets an independent autopsy, nobody will know exactly what happened to you. So that's another thing. So Gambia, yeah, find another country. If you want to be in West Africa, go to Sierra Leone, go to Ghana, go to Nigeria, other places where this is not happening to us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, go to Ghana, go to Sierra Leone. Did you know that Shinedu's killer was from Sierra Leone? Oh yeah. So what? If you go to Sierra Leone, something happened there, then you guys are gonna say, let's not be there. In Ghana, there's videos. I'm gonna do it on Ghana too, where you guys are saying, you're getting deleted in Ghana too. There are videos. So what is this lady? Yeah, don't go to Gambia, just move to Sierra Leone. Yeah. Okay. You can do that as well. But Gambia and Sierra Leone are very similar. There's plenty of Sierra Leoneans in Gambia and vice versa. But here we go.
Because you see this happening and you don't want to ignore it and just continue to go there. It appears that families have not been having as many problems in the Gambia, like a husband and a wife, but not that robbery has not occurred and all that. So
yeah, Visionary of Love said, what a shame they avoid Gambia. Nobody gonna throw frozen chickens around in shops. No one's running their mouth on YouTube about locals and whites. No one is putting their cameras in everybody's face. Oh, come on, Visionary of Love. You want to tell me Gambia is not gonna miss out on all that? People coming in, recording themselves, throwing frozen chicken. Hold on, is she the frozen chicken lady? Throwing or putting cameras in people's face? I know you want to tell me people would miss that. Yeah, the Gambians would not miss that, but all right.
And you can get, robbery is everywhere. I even got robbed as well. So robbery can happen across the continent, anywhere you go. So that part, just prepare for that in terms of where you live, your safety, make sure everything is, where you live. If anybody that you know in the West that interested in repatriating or relocating in America. So we're leaving there to come to the continent to feel safe. We don't want to have to go to, a lot of us don't want to have to go to Asia. We want to be around people that look like us.
You got plenty of people that look like you in the southern United States. You got Mississippi, majority black. You got Atlanta, majority black. South Carolina, North Carolina. If it's about going to where people look like you, there's plenty of them over there. You don't have to go all the way to Africa. You got Haiti, you got Jamaica, you got Bahamas, Barbados. I mean, it's plenty of places, but all right.
Want to be around other Black people, other African people. A lot of us don't want to go to Asia, and some of us are going to Asia or the Dominican Republic, or where the Mexicans are and the Spaniards are. Like me personally, I don't want to live around anyone else except for African people that look like me. So,
All right. So you guys got that. I won't play all of it. You know, maybe if we need to do more studies about it, we can bring it up. Pakande said they don't even pay taxes in the Gambia. I don't get it. What are their contributions to Africa? We will get to that here. Thank you, panelists. I got Rasmois, I got Stephen, and I got KBM. Rasmois, welcome to the Afridamus report. Oshay is warning, his fellow domesticated blacks from going to the Gambia. What's your take on this? He said because it's dangerous, it's not developed, it's not up to their standard, the place is not going forward. So therefore, the premium blacks, are going to deprive the Gambia of their beautiful presence. What is your take on this? Do you think the Gambians are going to miss out on the blacks?
Well, greeting to you, Afridamus. You are the Nostradamus of our time, and we appreciate all the topics and the stuff you have to say about the motherland. And greeting to my two panelists, and KBM and Stephen Chuku. Greeting to you guys. Well, first and foremost, man, when it comes to O'Shea, man, O'Shea is a grifter. O'Shea is a grifter. He's just doing that in Africa. That's basically what he. That's basically what he's doing. But to say that if O'Shea cares about other black people, O'Shea does not care about other black people. O'Shea only cares about himself. My thing is, if you don't want people to go to go to Gambia, what's the point of you saying that? I mean, maybe people want to go to the Gambia to know if their ancestors came from there,
right?
But with these people that are going to the Gambia, they're not going to the Gambia to find their tribal roots. They are going there. They are going there mixing with people from other diaspora and not integrating themselves or assimilating themselves with the local population. That's what they're doing. If you go into Africa, why not? Why don't you want to assimilate yourself with the local people?
But think about
why
it. Like,
don't you want to like the custom, the culture, the mannerism, stuff like that?
A lot of them are going in, right? Instead of learning the culture, they say they want to teach the Africans, the Gambians, B1. Yeah, you're gonna go to Africa and teach Africans, a culture that the white man gave you.
Exactly.
Yeah, imagine that.
Listen after that. No African that I know of care about B1 or black first. That does not exist to them. All they care about is their tribe, their clan, their village. That's the most important things to them. And then the country they reside in. And then if they have the caste system, they care about the caste system. They care about that caste system. They don't care about colorism. They don't. In fact, colorism does not even matter to them. See what I'm saying? But these people, they want to go to Africa and tell a different ethnic African how to behave like them. And then when they got a bad response from them, and then all of a sudden, oh, African people don't like us. Oh, they're not like us. They're not FBA.
Exactly.
They're not this, they're not that.
Exactly.
It's just pissing me off that, me myself as a diaspora, I'm very aware of a lot of things. Like me, if I have to go to Africa, I'm going there like to integrate myself.
You're making a lot of noise back there.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm sorry.
I'm going there to integrate myself with the people that I came from, like knowing the culture, the language, the custom, and everything. I'm not gonna go there like to be above these people.
So like the people who say they don't like it there, Gambia is dangerous. And, like I think that part, I agree with Oshay to say, don't go there, stay in America. Or if it's dangerous for you, leave. Do you think that's too much to ask?
Afrodamus, listen, I used to live in Memphis a couple years back, right? Memphis is the improved version of Haiti. I'm a Haitian person. I was born in
Right.
Haiti. Memphis is the improved version of Haiti. The reason why Memphis is improved is because of the Caucasian people that live there, that live
Right.
in Germantown. That's the reason why Memphis is improved. If there was no white people in Memphis, no Caucasian people in Memphis or West Memphis, Memphis would look exactly like Haiti. Memphis would be like Haiti 2.0. So I had to leave that city, and now I'm living in Nashville. It's way much safer where I'm at.
See, you
When I
made
was
the
living
smart
in
move.
Memphis. Oh, of course, man. Listen, man. Listen, I got a bunch of kids now. I gotta take care of my kids and my FBA baby mamas. My baby mamas are FBA, so I gotta take care of them too.
Do they treat you like a little boy?
No, man, like they give me my mad respect, man. Like they don't cuss at me. I make them. I tell them to make me Haitian food. I tell them to make me African food. They make it.
Yeah.
They make it, man. Like all this gender war stuff. Oh, the black women don't like us. The black women is very disrespectful. I think it's silly. It's silly and stupid. It's silly and stupid because you are not acting like a man. You are acting like a little boy. What women gonna respect you? And then you talking about, oh, the women in Kenya, they love us. It's because they love your money.
Yeah.
If you went out of money, these women are not gonna respect you, bro. If you don't know how to act like a man, if you don't have like any type of skill, a trade skill, you can make money from a trade you learn in the state. If you're not doing that, what women gonna respect you? You laying on the couch, you belching, you farting, you doing all of that, and then you're not taking care of
like,
your
what do you
responsibility. What
think?
women gonna respect you?
What kind of caliber from that interview, caliber men, those people talking? Do you think they are passport bros or they are real investors?
And these people are passport bros, man. And I know these people in this state. They don't make a lot of money. The average American make it's like $50,000. And then the ones that are going to Africa, they're not making six figure. Like they're making like minimum wages, and they taking their minimum wages to Africa. I know these people. What they talk about, man, like they're saying that, oh, my uncle is Jay-Z. I used to be like Jay-Z producer, like Diddy producer. I used to be a rapper. I'm a rapper. I know this rap artist. I'm his best friend. Blah blah blah. It's all bullshit. It's the vice. It's the other version. How you have other Africans coming to the state and they're telling black women, oh, my dad is a king. My dad is a chief in whatever village they dwelt in. It's the same thing they are doing in Africa. But they're not. But they're only going in Africa telling you that, like they associate themselves with the top people in the entertainment industry.
Exactly.
But that's all I have to say for now.
Let's bring in Chuko.
I'm gonna let someone else go ahead.
Chuko, welcome to the Afrodamus Report. Oh, Chuku, unmute yourself.
Sorry about that. I got cut off.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
everyone. Yeah, hey, everyone. How's the audience doing? How's everybody doing? Hello, Apridamus. Thanks for inviting me on your platform. Thank you very much.
No problem. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. From what I've noticed, it's just that I think it's just, I don't know. With social media, I'm just saying from this point of view, with social media, I think a lot of Black people in diaspora are just, wanting to like reconnect. Some, not all. Some have their own devious reasons of why they want to reconnect with the continent.
Right.
Trying to escape this delusion, as you said earlier on, about the realities of the United States. So when they come to a continent like Africa, whereby the reality hits you straight in the face, a lot of them can't take it because they are used to the romanticization as a way to keep themselves in a position whereby the delusion don't have to like bother them that much, whether it comes to their finances or whether it comes to their mental health. So this over the past few years with the internet and this notion of Africa becoming cool and hip and everything like that, it comes with its own challenges. And I think a lot of them would rather ignore the challenges than to just go there up front. And when Rasmoy said that if things don't go their way, what do they usually say? Oh, Africans don't like us. Africans don't do this. Remember those two couples from Ghana, those two Black American couples that went to Ghana? Is it KNK Squad?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that the big lady?
Though that big lady example, she is one of those ones. I wonder where she is now because I thought she was wanting to reconnect with her ancestors. If one African country does not, if you're not feeling that African country, you can go to another one. How come she didn't really have the option to go to a second country, let's say like Namibia or Botswana or Ethiopia or South Africa? She just chose Ghana because every Black American is going there because of, if one person is because of trends or because of what is hit, because, Ghana is the new it thing ever since the
What do you think
yes?
Oshay's obsession is with, with Gambia? He's been, like, it seems like he is upset that the place is small, but the Blacks keep going there. What do you think is his motive with,
I think he's just trying to maybe he sees Gambia as a small place with a small economy as compared to the East African countries like say Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, or other East African countries.
But Chuku, isn't that wild though? Like, why would you leave the US, the biggest economy in the world, right?
Mhm.
To go
Yes.
to a smaller economy? Because people that come from, like, you have people coming from bigger economies.
The
Right.
currency
Gambia, right?
the currency advantage,
Hold
Afrodamus.
on, hold
The
on.
currency, exactly.
But see, when you go there, for example, even me myself, that is from there, right? But I live in the United States. This is where I made my money, right? When I
Right.
went there, like, I'm a real investor.
Mhm.
I'm not looking for what they built for me or whatever. I'm building my own stuff, right? Like, I'm not looking.
Absolutely.
So a lot of them were saying they're investors. They have the dollar advantage, but
Mhm. They
instead
don't
you
have the
see
social
them
skill advantage.
the social skills, and do you think the social skills is the problem?
Well, it does play its own part because you have to realize that because many Black Americans go to Africa with the mind of America first. That because they're Americans, they don't need to drop down their Americanism. Like, for example, they will use excuses like when the Europeans, Asians, or Indians go to Africa, they don't have to, let's say, change their name or dress up like the Africans in order to fit in because they
But they
can
don't
just
have
come
to
to
change their
Africa.
name. They don't have to. They can keep their name. Africans don't care.
Exactly. I don't understand where they get this notion that if they go to Africa, they will have to
You want
maintain
us to
the
be like Afro
Americanism.
think tank? You want us to be
Jack
like
one.
Afro think
Hold
tank?
on, Jack one.
No,
Hold
Looking
on.
no, it says should
ridiculous.
be like Africa.
Mac,
No.
stop interrupting, Mac. Mac, you would get your
Uh,
turn, okay? Relax.
no, I'm not saying they should be like Afro think tank. I mean, there are a lot
BU,
of
how
Black
about BU?
Americans. The
Like,
BU line,
Chuku, the funny
yes,
thing is,
sir.
like, Oshay is saying, don't come there. But Gambia don't care because, like,
They
blacks
have better
have,
things to worry about.
yeah, because it's a tourist place. Guess
Mhm.
guess who is coming in?
The
The Europeans, and they
yeah,
pay money.
exactly.
Yeah, the Europeans are the one they
Mhm.
coming in, right? And they
Mhm.
are spending their money, and that
Absolutely.
is helping the economy. But
Mhm.
if you are not bringing anything to that
Of value.
value, the people, they're not gonna care if you're there or not. That's just the
Mhm.
fact. Yeah.
I think that Black Americans or diasporans in general should really do to do our research properly. Like ask questions, know what you're getting yourself into, so that whenever situations like this come your way, you know how to handle it. Not blinding somebody on the internet because it's O'Shea or Tariq Nishi, that because that these guys have been to Africa before, they know about everything. That's how you get yourself into a situation.
Thank you, Chuku. Thank you. Let's bring in KBM.
Okay. Hello.
KBM, welcome. Well, KBM, you see Oshay, talking. He said, don't go to Gambia, go to Kenya. He even put in Nigeria there, even Ghana. Nigeria is just a bigger country than Gambia, but I think it's the same place because it's a bunch of Nigerians there. They fit right in. It's like Nigeria. They tons of Ghanaians. So it's like same people in that coast. So, but he said Kenya, and you know a lot about Kenya. You've heard the Kenyan women talk.
Right.
Can you tell us if the blacks can conquer Kenya?
You're asking if they can?
Yeah, because
No.
like they will, their investments,
No, they can't conquer Kenya. They can intertwine with Kenya, but nobody can conquer Kenya, just like nobody can conquer the Gambia. And the reason why he's going in on Gambia, because Gambia is little bank taking over big bank. See, that ever since you had that interview with him, he can't stand the fact that you came from a little country with little bank, came to America, and now making big bank, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's jealous over, the whole thing about you being a successful immigrant to this country and that you're willing to react on the things that he says. So yeah, he has some jealousy there. Another thing about him, as far as him telling people to go to Kenya, he knows that Kenya has a lot of prostitution there. So he doesn't really care about women going to Kenya. He's more interested in the passport bros going to Kenya. And that little video segment you brought up earlier, we saw a group of like 4 passport bros, maybe 5 passport bros, saying some of the dumbest things you can imagine. And what they're saying is, oh, like that one guy with the beard, I heard some great sentences. It's just stupid. And then the other guy said, Kenyan women got tiny voices. They got soft voices. All these women that these passport bros are talking about, they're all prostitutes. And just like that, those Kenyan women were saying, especially the one in the red blouse, she was talking about the Kenyan women are going after the American dollar with these guys because they are the ones who are the prostitutes. They're not meeting the regular women in Kenya because
they don't
have that game to go to Kenya and do that.
That's what I'm saying. Like even like in Gambia, like some of these people, the people they associate with, believe you on, I've seen plenty of like Black American women there. Like the ones that are not on YouTube or associating with the wrong crowd, you hear nothing about them. They're living their life, or the Black British as well. But somehow, whenever like you look deep into the shenanigans, it's people looking for this type of things. There is always some type of sexual thing attached to the relationship. That's just facts.
Right. And what normal person from any country, no matter who you are, what normal person would make a video, put it up on YouTube, and start talking about women's voices, about how they feel when they speak to them, about how much farther their dollar goes in association with women.
Right.
We also have women from first world countries doing the same thing, not as much, but when they're on video, what are they doing?
I mean, think about it. Like the video that I played, that middle-aged woman, I don't know what she's doing by herself in Tanzania, but she says she's consulting. That's where she is. Let's think about it. Because I've seen at least some of the, white women who are into the young guys, they don't hide it or pretend. That's what they're there for, and that's what they're into, or the white men, right? But it's the same people were saying, oh, look at what these whites are doing. They are taking advantage of the Africans. But then we hear these people sit around, like they want to do the same thing or worse than those same people they talk about.
They're doing exactly the same thing, just that they're bragging about it.
Right.
And sounding stupid at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And giving themselves away, letting them know that, hey, everybody, quote unquote, I'm this YouTuber and I'm letting you know that such and such is a passport bro or a passport sister. So I just want everybody to let you know. But I'm not actually doing this. Yes, you are, because you're advertising it. Right? So it's just like Austin Holloman. You know, a while back he says, I'm no longer a passport bro. But he's got the passport bro tattoo on his leg. He still hangs out at passport bro hangouts all the time. He's collecting money from wannabe passport bros to fund his travels, to fund his apartment, to fund everything. And all he hangs out with, you know, in Kenya and other places is other passport bros. If you're no longer a passport bro, then why is your lifestyle has not changed as being a passport bro?
Right. And do you think advertising being this type passport bro on the internet, especially as far as Kenya is concerned, do you think that's a wise thing?
No, not at all, because you know, people are watching, lawyers are watching. Sex tourism is illegal in that country, just like it is in Gambia.
Yep.
And you know, the thing is, you have to be caught with evidence in order to be prosecuted, and then have your fingerprints and everything taken, and then be deported for doing such. And not everybody's taking bribes. So not all these passport bros, when they get in trouble, when they try to bribe the police or a judge, they're not always taking the money. So it's not a good idea to do
And you
this.
know, some of the even like the FBA, you know, they are Karens. The FBA older Karens are doing the same thing.
Right.
Because,
And sometimes they get busted for it.
Right.
The thing is, it's not a good idea to advertise it. For one, it's making certain, you know, laws be enacted at times to make it tougher for the regular tourist or the regular person who wants to invest in that particular country to go in. And now the vetting system has to be more strict, which nowadays I think it should be, because we not only have, you know, the sex tourism problem that's been going on for decades, we also have, like, for example, they call them nuisance streamers, nuisance vloggers from YouTube.
Also, some of them also, because if you look at because some of these people have made videos, they're like, oh, look at these white people with these young Gambian teenagers, but look, I've gone there. I've seen with my own eyes, man.
Yeah, I remember.
And trust me, stop pointing fingers at the white people for real. Like, at least most of them, they're going with people of age. You know,
but do you understand?
Targeting teenagers? I've seen that.
Right, they do. And I'm telling you, the first time I went to Mombasa, where I had my honeymoon with my wife, I didn't like what I saw. And that was almost 20 years ago. But the thing is, now, year after year, YouTube is becoming more prominent. We have more video platforms that become more prominent. We have people doing stupid things, like we have this Johnny Somali guy that's been arrested in South Korea. He might spend decades over there for the things that he's doing.
Breeze through that Johnny Somali. You know, is he one of the FBAs or a Somali guy?
No, he's an American, but he's a Somali guy. He's got a background of being, I think somebody said Ethiopian and Somali. But he's, you know, the Somali community doesn't like him. A lot of communities don't like him. But basically, he's going to different countries and disrespecting their cultures. He's not a passport bro. At least there's no evidence of that. But he's doing other things. It's people like him, the passport bros, the passport sisters, and other people doing other things that are making it harder for the regular traveler to not only make content if they're like a vlogger, but just to be an ordinary tourist. But then again, to protect citizens of these nuisance of people going into other countries and doing these things, I'm all for harder vetting systems to be put in place, because right now it's out of control.
I think if Jamie was still there, I can guarantee you none of these people would be like they make video. Even if Oshay make that video about Gambia, he would endanger every black that would have been in the Gambia. That's a fact. He would tell them to pack up and leave.
And there was some, I didn't like the guy per se, but there were some things that he said and that he stood up for that I'm definitely for today. So, you know, it's like, okay, I'm not going to mention one thing in particular, but there's some things that I do agree with him on. There's things I always agree with certain politicians on when they're in power, and other things I don't. But the thing is that, you know, we have people in place, we have laws in place, and the fact that these people are bragging about it on the things that they're doing, like the Johnny Somalis, the Austin Hollamans, the Christmas list, you know, going around filming gang neighborhoods in other countries and stuff like that. These people need to be locked up. And let's go ahead and let them keep making these videos, making idiots of themselves, because all they're doing is giving the authorities more evidence of what it is that they're doing. And by the way, Christmas List, who's a nuisance blogger, he's actually on sedition charges in Trinidad right now. He has an ongoing case, something that happened earlier this year. So he actually broke the law in Trinidad, filming and promoting gang violence in his videos. So he's the first person in that country to ever be charged with sedition. So it's like people don't pay attention to what they're doing. We have passport bros going to Colombia and saying, oh, the age of consent is 16. Well, for an American citizen, when you travel, it's still 18. So they're in Colombia messing around with 16-year-olds. If that's the legal age, it's still not the legal age for you, because you're still an American citizen. And they'll be saying, oh, you're lying. You don't know what you're talking about. Go get a lawyer. Have a lawyer tell you about that. Go get a lawyer and pay $1,000, whatever, and they'll lay it down for you. This is what you can and cannot do when you travel as an American.
Yeah, American law still apply to you. They don't get that. Thank you. Let's bring in Mac. Mac, welcome to the Afridamus Report.
Thank you, Afridamus. I see you're back to the subject matter of which you're an expert. Well, not an expert, a proclaimed expert. Us FBA. But KBM, you're a Caucasian man, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Man, I can't understand for the life of me why you're so concerned about relations between FBAs and Africans. I just don't get it, man. But
well, here's the thing.
I mean, to each his own. That's a rhetorical question. To each his own. It's okay. It's okay. But back to the lecture at hand. These guys, man, these so-called passport bros that are going over here to Africa.
Mac, why do you, Mac? Oshay said Gambia is dangerous. Don't go there. We say, yeah, sure. Don't come. Go to Kenya. Why do you think, he is fixated on telling people the Gambia is dangerous? Don't come.
Well, there's been a couple of deletings there. Am I correct?
2 people. And they're
but then you have to ask yourself what's the overall murder rate there in the Gambia? I'm sure it's
low.
not that
exactly. It's lower than a little single black neighborhood.
What people
like the amount of people they drop in one drive-by is more than the amount of people killed in Gambia in probably 2 years.
Was that a little dig? But I'll let that go. But look,
it's a fact.
But check this out though. Check this out. The odds of an FBA traveling over to Gambia and getting deleted are probably astronomical. Maybe like the chances of you getting hit by lightning.
Yes.
The chances of you like getting hit by lightning.
Mac, I'm glad.
There's a fear there.
Hold on, Mac. I'm glad you are at least being realistic, talking with sense. That's a fact.
But
the chance of a black American getting deleted in Gambia, is very, very slim, very slim. But
see, there's a fear there because a person has been killed. That's just like over here in America. You hear someone on the news got killed, all of a sudden you're like, oh man, it's crazy over here. But you don't realize objectively, you don't realize the odds of it actually happening to you. It's all sensationalism. You know what I mean?
Well, not if you live in one of these gang infested
but even then though, the odds of it happening to you are pretty slim. But because you're seeing it on the news and it's sensationalized, it causes fear. That's the whole thing. That's my point.
I have met these shooters. Don't forget that. But continue.
But the thing is, why isn't the Bag family having any problems?
That's
usually see a lot of Black Americans, a lot of them, they have this complex when they go over to Africa. They have like this abandoned child type of complex, and they feel like, well, I'm going to discover my roots and I'm going to reconnect with the motherland, this and that. And that's a very weak energy. You know what I mean? It's not a very attractive energy, and it's a weak energy. See, you're over there trying to quote unquote connect with your roots when the people there are concerned with everyday survival. You know what I mean? It's a totally different energy. But
Mark,
see,
I agree with you
when you
because projecting, that weakness is
exactly,
you're turning those people off. Like they
and
saw you as
these
strong and you come in with
these
weakness.
these are the people that things happen to because they have a weak energy. They want to be accepted so bad. They get upset about being called Mzungu or foreigner, etc., etc. See, that's one good thing about FBAs and the delineation movement. If we travel to Africa, we're going to go there with a certain level of security and who we are, with a certain level of confidence. And we understand that these people over here are about surviving. It's about business. Hey, let's deal, from an equal standpoint, two equals, instead of with that weak energy of trying to, reconnect with a long lost mother that abandoned you, that type of energy. That's what it is. That's why things happen to these people. But I'm sure, if an FBA goes over there, securing who he or she is, and just deal with the people on an equal level and say, hey, I'm here to, do business. Let's deal, two equals. I'm sure they will get much more respect than these
Exactly.
people.
I
And
agree
like
with you.
these passport bros, the same type of energy. These are lames. I have no problem getting women. FBA women. I've never had problems with FBA women cursing me out or disrespecting me.
They're not beating you up.
No, I make FBA women purr like pussycats, man.
Oh, geez.
You know why? Because I got game. These guys are gameless lames, man. This whole passport bro movement. Of course they're gonna get gamed and get scammed. But a guy like me,
Are
I
you
can
surprised?
see a con game a mile away. And just
Are you
like
surprised, Mark, to hear what the Kenyan woman said?
no, I'm not surprised, but most of them are dealing with lames. Like I said, if they dealt with a guy like me, man, her whole story would be totally different. She would have been on the video gushing, like, oh, these
Well,
FBA men, they're wonderful. You know what I mean? Because
so
I got game and I'm securing my manhood. I'm a
when
mature,
do you plan on
masculine male.
when do you plan on going to Kenya and show us this game that you speak of?
Well,
Yeah, I'll hook
I
you
don't
up in
have
Kenya
any.
before you go.
No, I don't have any immediate plans to go to Kenya. I don't want to. I
But
don't want to. I don't.
KBM, you gonna hook him up? You said.
Yeah, I'll hook him up with like a tour guide or something like that. I won't hook him up with any women. Just get him started.
Nah, I wouldn't. See, I'm not. See, one thing about it, a lot of these guys, because they're so lame and they didn't get any play over here, in the States, they go over there with this like conquistador type of attitude. You know what I mean? That they want to try to get with as many women as they can and all this and that. And that's not
Well,
wise. That's not a wise thing to do.
Mark, don't you think over time, right? As these people continue spreading this type of mentality, eventually the women are gonna start seeing all blacks this way. Don't you think that would ruin you guys' reputation? Aren't you worried about that?
Well, initially, maybe, but if more guys like myself would start, coming over there, then that would like, kind of like balance things out because they'll see.
Do you think you guys can make it without the protection of the white man?
Do I think we can make it?
Yes, you the blacks, can you survive without the protection of the white man?
Of course.
Well,
Why wouldn't? Why wouldn't?
you
Why
haven't
wouldn't
proven it.
we be
You
able
haven't
to?
been proving it around the world. But let's go to Ola.
No,
We'll
that's
get
no. Hold on. Come on,
we'll
Afrodams.
come back to you.
Let me respond to that, man. You know that's not true.
hold on. You won't let you come back.
Nobody,
Let us hear.
taking in a whole consensus. Nobody wants to
Okay,
harm
let's
us FBAs, man. You know,
really. Didn't you hear what that
no.
woman? So don't you think what they are selling to Africa that's bad? Then they are telling Africans
That's
lies.
fear. That's fear mongering. If you go
Yeah,
over there
but
with the right attitude and confidence in yourself, knowing who and what you are, etc., so you won't have any problems.
well, the white man has to go in and build infrastructure because the blacks can't do it themselves. Let's bring Ola. Ola, welcome to the
That's not
Afridamus
a
Report.
fair statement
Hold
either.
on, hold on. Let's bring our black expert. Thank you. Ola, welcome to the Afridamus Report.
Thank you, Avoidance. You hear me?
Yes. Ola, what do you think? Last few months, last year, Oshay was talking about bashing Nigeria. Now he did Ghana. Now he's shifted to Gambia. What is the obsession with bad mouthing West African countries where blacks go to?
Avoidance is not about their bashing. That's just who they are. That's what you have to understand. They can't really change. They it's something that they have get used to in America. You see, in America, they complain and they bash and they shame the white people to submit or to give to them what they want. If you check majority of their so-called black leaders nowadays, people like them are shouting. They're doing the same. They're doing the same thing too. You see what they did to Kamala Harris? They changed her race to be black.
Right.
Then they finesse her. Right.
Right.
Come on, y'all guys. That's not true. We rejected her blackness. We rejected her blackness.
He did not interrupt. I see the ant report. You see the Mortisas are beginning to attack the show again. But continue. Ant report. I see you over there.
So it's part of the culture that they're used to. You understand me? So when they came, why are they in Africa continent? Why are they in West Africa? Why are they in Kenya? Sometimes they themselves also don't know. You see, the new thing that they discover, which is called the passport bro, what they did, they try to video some group of women sometime, and sometimes they take advantage possibility maybe of the economical situation or because they're Americans. They try to not every woman, there's some of women that they try to.
Did you hear what the Kenyan woman said? She said it's not because they are such great people, it's about the money.
Yes, there will meet some certain women that not every care woman will allow them to put camera on her face and say, oh, because sometimes they also bribe these women too. Yeah, can we do this? I'll give you that, I'll pay you this, right? It's not like the women are into them. But you see, everything they're doing it for the show. Then the women started looking at them and they start acting very big and they started like, oh, I'm all that. Look at me now with these three beautiful women. But sometimes they bargain some of these deals. Then they start exposing themselves now. You see, when you sit and you say and you pay some of these Kenyan girls or Gambia, whatever it is, the other ones, now you're now inviting the gangsters now, right?
Right.
You start inviting some gangsters. And these gangsters, I'm talking about the locality where they stay now in Kenya. They start inviting some of this. That's why they get being robbed, because of their big mouth. Africa is a total different type of way. So not just because I'm always saying this.
And Ola, he said he's invited rather go to Nigeria than Gambia. I want you to touch on that as well.
They can't really survive Nigeria. That's one thing you have to understand. Nigeria per se will not talk to you if you don't have nothing in table to present.
So it means Gambians are way nicer then.
Yes, because a Nigeria person, you can't come because you're an American or Black American. Based on that, you want to, because they have a lot of Nigerian, all over the world that is coming in. We have all kind of people. So not just because they'll look at you, what do you have? So it's all about the money. You understand?
So that means at least in Gambia, like they will talk to you whether you have money or not.
Because Nigerian people will never come and say, come and buy a land. They'll put you first in an expensive hotel. They will finesse you, you know. Nigeria will finesse you, and after they finesse you, they might even rob you. You understand? If they find out you're just a jackass, then they want to rob you this time because they think you wasted their time. You understand me? If it's a nice guy, might start up and leave.
So what about B1?
B1 does say in Nigeria. I'm saying this. B1 does say in Nigeria. In Nigeria, we have all modern type of people there. You know, we don't have any problem with color. Your color is not our, because we're not used to, based on your color, we have to respect you. We respect everybody. You understand me? So they're coming to Nigeria. First of all, it's too huge. Where they're going to land? Lagos? Nobody want them. You make the wrong move, you're on your own. You do anyhow, you get anyhow. You know what I mean? So if you don't know somebody in Nigeria, how you going to land there? You know, sometimes I see the way they carry camera out and video in Kenya, video in Uganda. See, this problem.
So, Kidola, why do you think then, like, if you look at it from what you're saying, Oshay is saying, don't go to Gambia. From what you've been hearing and the people you see, if they don't come to Gambia, do you think Gambia will even miss anything?
Look, Gambia never missed them. What happened was the wrong flight that landed Gambia. You understand me? You know, before they were going to Ghana, the wrong flight happened, they landed Gambia. Gambia was kind of like a mistake type of
thing.
Land. You understand me? It was never really their end destination. But it was like, okay, oh, there's a place called Gambia now, they're there. You understand me? What they don't understand is their social skills to understand some environment they are is very, very difficult for them. I don't know why. You understand me? And they don't know how to
They are the modern day Columbus. Columbus was going to India and he got lost and ended up here.
Yeah, but what you understand, they're not really Columbus.
Yeah, they thought they were going to Ghana. They ended up.
Yeah, they landed Gambia. Then Gambia now become the hot place because Gambia hospitality was so nice. Even what happened in Gambia, it was not being committed by everybody. The Gambia people, they become like foreigners that came there.
Right.
Partly Ghana, Sierra Leone, that commit some of this crime. So basically, they cannot just loop in a whole society and said, oh, they're like this. You have to say, culture of you killing somebody in some of these African countries is a taboo. If you do it, they would say you are a very dangerous person to live with in that society. Because
that's the thing. The argument they're making. If Gambians are not gonna put up with somebody who is
who just delete,
that's not gonna, like,
they don't say who just delete people. Yeah. They don't understand that in Africa, in some of this sub-Saharan Africa culture, you deleting somebody alone, for them it's like you become then you have tested the blood, then you become more dangerous now. So in a way, they would like to take you out so that you not be dangerous to their society also. So it's not like, it's not like in America, I'm a gangster. Be a gangster.
Kidola, just last week before, we had hundreds and hundreds of white people that landed in the Gambia for tourism. Plenty, and more is coming from Denmark, UK, Sweden, Germany, Poland. I mean, they're just coming. They just keep coming,
So, they don't know how to live. You see, their way in life in America is they already have a hatred for the white man, right? They see who they past. We all have, Africa have its own past. But the ability for you to let go with the past and move forward, that's what they said. They hate the white man, but they can't live with the white man. You understand me?
You think they can survive without the white man?
No, they cannot because they don't have that ability to navigate differences in culture.
Man, that's ridiculous, man. Come on.
Why?
Come on, that's ridiculous.
See, look, let me tell you. If I come to
not
Gambia,
only can we survive without the white man, we will prosper. We'll prosper.
You cannot.
You gotta let the expert talk.
Let me tell you one thing. I'm in Nigeria. If I come to Gambia,
expert Afrodamus.
I'm not going to be bringing that. Hold on. I'm not going to be bringing that phone, right? Try to find every complaint in Gambia to tell my fellow 'Oh, look at Gambia now.' Have you ever seen any Nigerian holding phone? who come to Gambia and say, oh, look at Gambia now. They have this, they have that. Oh, this place is like this. No, because we know even where we're coming from ourselves is just like the same thing like Gambia. And not everything you expect to be like your own place.
Right.
So you have to respect sometimes the way people live. You have to respect the way people are also. You understand me? We're all different. We all approach it differently. But based on that, you put your land in Gambia. What you put your did first is to attack the long-term people that's already coming there. That you want to say the Gambia's colorism. That's not even in their brain. You understand me? They don't deal with you based on they deal with you on individuality. According to Martin Luther
King, the character of the person.
That so before that guy did that, before he said that thing to you people, we already have it with us. You understand me? So we don't just judge you because you are B1 now. Forget it. You can be green as long you're a good person. You can live in the community, also become a member of that community. We forget about you people, they colonize you. It's everybody. Do you know how many tribes that colonize other tribes? You understand me? So it's not about that. It's about them having purposely. What's their purpose of being in Africa continent? What do they want? Do they want to assimilate? Do they want to learn what is actually the culture where to stay? What is their achievement? You understand me? Because if you come to a place, Nigeria live in Gambia, but what are they doing? Their businesses. They're looking for opportunity to do business. They're not there to go after passport bro. Looking for, if you come across a beautiful Gambia woman, you like data, but don't be telling your friends, oh, you see this Gambia woman now, I have one, I have two wives, I have 3 wives. Yes, it's just this are mockery. You're making mockery of a society that you came into, and they all thought in their mind.
And this is strange for Africans.
But you're not. That's just the truth. Let somebody come in, because I have a lot to hammer up with this guy.
All right.
Listen, can I say something? I don't believe that continental Africans or have any type of hatred for FBAs. I don't believe that in the least. I think continental Africans love us. Mainly the problems that we have with Africans are the ones that are here in North America, not on the continent. I'm just saying.
Wait, why do you So all of a sudden, the Africans in Africa, they are the loving ones, even though Oshay is saying they are dangerous. But the ones that are here, we are the ones you have issues with. What issues do you have?
What I'm saying is most FBAs that I've seen on YouTube that have visited Africa, all of the ones that I know that have visited Africa have said that the red carpet was laid out for them. Africans are very welcoming, very nice people, hospitable people, etc., etc.
The Africans here get the same treatment from you blacks here?
Well, no, we don't mix. We never have, really. So I mean, that's a moot point.
So exactly, that's the point.
And plus, America is a totally different culture, totally different environment. Now, some places in the South you can expect Southern hospitality, but other places in America it's a totally different mindset and a totally different culture.
Okay, so people that you don't mix with, how can you have issues with them? They don't because the ones I have heard, they're like, oh, these Africans don't want to associate with us. But
well, that was before. That was pre-delineation. I mean, we're not on that now. We accept. We totally accept that you guys want to be off to. That's okay. It's fine.
But have you ever tried
we're okay with that.
Wait, have you ever extend hand to the Africans?
Yeah, we have, man. Of course.
When was this?
Of course, man. When you guys first arrived, we wanted to,
when we first arrived,
we all saw each other as being black. Just one race. We're all the same. We're brothers.
But
hey,
Africans
brother, how are you?
We don't
Exactly. That's what we had to learn.
Yeah,
but
we've learned.
Okay, yeah,
people as people.
That's what I'm saying, Aphrodite. We've learned that lesson. So that's why we've delineated. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. So we're just doing as you
So
guys
what are
do.
you guys doing in Africa now then? Since you delineated, why are you coming to Africa?
The same reason anybody else visits any other country, because we
No,
want
no,
to
no.
visit. We have that right. We have that freedom. Why not? What are you doing here? What are you doing here in North America?
I have no issue with North America. In fact, I love North America. It's the greatest country on this side
Exactly.
of heaven. No,
Exactly.
I
I
like
mean, there's
I have.
certain
Hold on,
advantages for an American
hold on,
to go to Africa. I mean, the
hold,
currency advantage and all of
hold on,
that good
hold on,
stuff.
hold on. You're the one saying you delineated. I've never said I have issues with American people. You see, so there's a difference. I never said I had issues with them. But you are
What
going to a place that you say you delineated from, and you're saying
we
they
never
have done.
had, we never really had issues with you guys, but we just learned that you guys don't understand that it's race first. You guys are tribalists. We understand that now, so we just delineated.
So wait. So Africans should give up who they are
No, no,
to
no, no.
become, you know,
I'm not.
skin
I'm
color.
not
Hold
saying.
on,
When
hold
did I
on.
say? I didn't say that.
Because you said you want us to identify as black. That's what white
But
people
that's what.
gave
No,
you.
no. This
That's
is
what
what
they
I'm.
gave you.
This is what I'm saying, Aphrodite. Listen carefully. That was our mindset. That it's race first. We are all race. We are all members of one racial body. Therefore, we have a certain
But
camaraderie
wait,
and
don't you
something
think,
that we can
Mac,
unify together
Mac, Mac,
upon, which is our racial identity. But you guys don't see it like that.
but
You are tribalists, and we learned
hold
that
on,
lesson. And so
Mac,
that's why we're doing as the Romans do. We're
hold on,
delineating now.
hold on, Mac,
We become
Mac,
our own ethnic group.
hold on, Mac, hold on, Mac. Don't you think it's pretty silly for you or anyone that thinks about like a group of people like where you said your ancestors came from? The reason why you became black, you were stripped of who you are. How can you expect us, the real Africans, the original people with our language and everything, we're gonna come and subscribe to the culture that you are part of now?
No, but that was our naivete at the time. But we
Whose fault?
learned.
Whose fault
But
is
see,
that?
this
So
is
then we never had issues with the
it
Africans
was
never.
our fault. I concede it was our fault. But we
So the
learned now.
Africans
That's
never
the
did it.
point. The point is that we learned. That's why we delineated. That's why, because we learned the lesson. You understand? You can make a mistake. You can make a misjudgment and learn the lesson.
Hold on, but
That's what happened with us.
Mac, what you are saying here, okay? Because the black is you know it's a culture, right? Black in itself is a culture.
I would argue that it's a racial identity,
No. Oh,
more so.
then why do we have people if it's racial? Kamala is not black, but they're calling her a black person.
Exactly. That's the key
No,
word. They
no,
are.
no. Okay,
We don't
okay. But
accept
what
her as
I'm
black.
saying, okay, so you notice for you guys, they can just give you whoever to be part of your group. For me, like let's say nobody, like no one can come and let's say tell somebody, no, now you are a part of the Soninke, we're gonna be calling you that, because they can't, you know, they can't do it because we have our own culture,
Listen,
our own language, our own
listen,
values that is not the same as what
listen to me.
American
Listen to
blacks
me.
have. It's
Listen
not the
to me.
same.
No, but listen to me carefully,
And that's not a
Aphrodite.
bad thing. That's not a bad thing.
Race, and ethnic groups are two separate distinctions, two
Mhm.
social separate distinctions. One is more social, one is more biological. Black
Mac,
people. No, hold on. Let me
Mac,
finish. Let me
Mac,
finish. Let
the
me
bottom
finish,
line,
please.
Mac,
Please
Mac,
let me finish, please.
Mac,
Please let me finish.
Mac, just
Aphrodite, please.
accept your American culture. You are American, right?
Black people who mundane scientists call negroids, the negroid race. We have two things in common biologically. We are all melanated and we all have woolly hair. We are the only race of people on the planet that have woolly hair. That's a genetic distinction that delineates us as far as race goes. But ethnic group
Okay,
is
hold
something
on. Let me
totally
read this,
different.
Mac. Let me read
That's
this.
more
Mac.
that's more connected to
Hold on, Mac.
culture.
Mac, let me read this.
He's not what he's saying.
Nightingale,
He
thank
just
you for
rambled.
the comment. Nightingale said, Afridamus, why is Mac on your channel if they have delineated? That question is for you, Mac.
You
That's
see, the
I
question
mean,
I would
why
ask
can't
him, I would ask him,
why
yo, Mike, I would
okay,
ask
my
him, who are you
I would give a return question. Why do African people go into Tariq Nasheed's lives?
You should ask the people that go there. And those people never said Africans are not saying they delineated.
Dialogue.
No.
Dialogue.
Hold on, Mac. Hold on, Mac.
You're look,
Mac.
Afrodamus, you're talking
Mac.
about my people. You're talking about my people.
Hold on, Mac.
What's in your title today?
Hold on,
The
Mac.
Blatts, right? Which means
Right.
FBAs.
But
Why
hold on.
wouldn't I be here if you're talking about my people?
Okay, hold on. Let me say this, Mac.
If I did a live talking about Gambian people, my man Oshay, he made this whole video about Gambia and blacks should not go to Gambia, and you're talking about it.
Hold
Same
on, Mac.
thing.
Hold on, Mac.
Because he's talking about you. He's talking about you.
Let me come in, Mac. Don't overtalk me. Mac, first of all, the Africans that go to Tariq's channel, when you listen to the conversation, they are not saying to Tariq, we Africans delineated from you people. That's not the argument. The Africans are not saying they delineated. It is the blacks who are saying this, right? The Africans are not saying this.
What's your point?
My point is the Africans are not saying they delineated. Some of the confused Africans go to this FBA channel like Tariq and try to convince them that they are in fact not Indians, they are African. To me, if you guys want to,
what's the title of your show today?
hold on. If you guys want to be, Indian,
what's the title of your show today?
Well, you're not arguing with me. It's Gail.
So if I see your title and I see you're talking about my people, why can't I join the live to have a dialogue? If you're discussing my people, you're making a commentary on O'Shea Dukes Jackson video about your country, right? And they're your people. You have all right to do that.
So my question
that doesn't mean that you want to be an FBA or you want to be black.
Why is delineated people bothering the people they delineated from?
What's your title today, Aphrodite?
Well, you're delineated. You shouldn't care.
Why do you care? You're the one doing a video about us.
Yeah,
that's
but I'm not using the word delineate.
But see what? Look, that doesn't make any sense. You're doing a video about us, about black. You have blacks in your title, or really blacks.
You're right. But
so why do you care? Why do you care? That's my question.
But I've never said
you're talking about us, Aphrodite.
Okay, let me bring in Rasmois. Rasmois, you were gonna say something. Go ahead.
My goodness.
Listen, Aphrodite. This guy Mac here is just rambling. A lot of so-called FBA, these people are not delineating.
How am I rambling? How am I rambling, sir?
Mac, don't interrupt
Mac, listen. You guys are not delineating from nobody. I live in the South. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. I've seen a lot of you guys with white women. I've seen a lot of you guys with exotic so-called black women, Ethiopian, Somali women. Well, not Somali, but Ethiopian women. I've seen a lot of you guys.
Sir, this whole show is about black Americans, sir.
So you guys are not delineating from nobody.
This whole show is about black Americans, sir.
In fact,
it's even embedded
from your own women. You guys are delineating from your own women deliberately.
Yes.
Because down here, a lot of FBA women, you guys
how do you know? Have you surveyed every FBA woman in North America? How do you know that?
Brother, listen.
Or are you just speculating and that's pure conjecture?
if you just stay
That's
quiet for a few
speculation and
and
pure
allow me to
conjecture,
talk,
sir.
then I'll explain to
Hey,
you, man.
Rasmus, how come they're not delineating from the white from the white man?
Listen, Afrodavis, they cannot delineate
Because
from the white man.
us and the white man built
The
this
white
country.
man,
That's why.
listen, the white man ice is cold.
The same reason why the South Africans aren't delineating from the white man over there.
Listen. The white man built this
You
country.
guys
They depend on
are
the
the
white
ones.
man.
You guys are
Go ahead, Rasmus.
that fled from your countries.
Mac, man,
Come
is
on, Mac.
hilarious,
Mac, you
man.
can't ruin this show by interrupting. Nobody interrupts you. You
Afrodavis,
gotta let people talk.
I don't mind him doing that because that's how they are. Because that's how they are. Listen, I have children by FBA women. And I know how their sibling acts, especially the men. Like the men act like sporadically. I know how they act.
Sir, you're making a blanket statement, a
It's not a
stereotypical
blanket
statement.
statement. It's factual
It
fact,
is,
man.
sir. You're just
I'm
speaking
amongst you guys.
you're
Damn.
just speaking
I'm
from
part
your
of the
Got
level of
family now.
ordered
perception,
a
sir.
blanket from Amazon. Thank you for
Listen,
reminding me.
Mac, you gotta accept me now, man. I'm part of the family. I have children by your women. So I
No,
know
sir,
how you
you're
guys
not.
act.
No, you're
You
not
guys
a
are
part of
mad
the family.
disruptive.
You're not a part of the family. You're not a part of the family, sir.
Okay.
Okay, Mark.
So
Okay,
my
Mark.
kids,
Mark.
so my kids are not half FBA.
After Diamond, see the problem I see
Yeah.
here. Sometimes when I want to talk something, they say, "Oh, why are you bringing in the culture?" You see, the white Americans, right? They all know where they're coming from in Europe. First of all, if you know where you're coming from and you're not, they might know, okay, they're part of Western Europe, so we know they're Eastern Europeans. And based on that, you never see these white Americans who know where they're coming from, out of the blue, start changing who they are, right? Start calling themselves Indians. You understand me? Start calling themselves Olmec
Hebrews.
or Hebrews.
You,
You see, the foundation of the white
oh,
Americans.
Ola,
Okay,
I'm
hold on,
sorry,
hold
brother.
on,
I don't mean to
hold on,
interrupt you,
hold on,
but
hold on, hold on,
But
hold
but
on.
you're
I
interrupting,
just no,
Mac.
I just want to say this.
Mac,
I
you
just
will
want
have
Hold
your
on,
chance. Mac,
no,
hold on,
Mac,
hold on,
let me.
hold
Mac,
on,
Mac.
hold
You
on.
gotta let the man talk.
You know,
He didn't
so
interrupt you.
Yeah, he needs to let someone finish.
man, somebody finish. So the white Americans are not really coming out. Even Donald Trump will tell you, "Oh, my father is German. I have family in over there." Or some of these, the one from England, Norway, they all tell you with their last name, or you can know where they will tell you, "Oh, I'm from here." But that doesn't mean that they're not Americans or they don't love where they're coming from. But they're now settled to a different place and they appreciate it. Okay, due to some circumstances that happen, do you think some of these white people that came to United States, they just get so easy in Europe? Some of them was being chased, some of them were being slaves, like the Irish. But you, or even the Scottish, but you see them holding a past so strong against where they're coming from? No, really. It happened to be some of you people that even with the white people said we took people from West Africa, some of Africa chiefs were involved. You understand me? Out of the blue, this will confuse us as West Africans now, right? Because we're not used to people who change out of the blue, sun, moon, to be dust, like that. That's where something is. Oh, why is the West Africans? Why is these continental Africans like to talk to the white man based on their own culture, which is very very stable? Cultural exchange. That's what human beings are really. We exchange.
Ola, we understand that
Hold on, hold on,
you
hold on,
worship them.
hold on.
We understand.
Not about you worship. You see, you bring about worshiping now. We see you talk about
Yes,
worshiping now.
you have a big statue of.
Because Kidola, it's about projection. Because the blacks, they worship the white man, white supremacy.
Yeah,
That's
because
why he's putting that on you.
yeah, because
Mac, stop interrupting.
yeah,
I know
because
you can take it when he talks about white
yeah,
daddy,
it's
but
so
relax.
sometimes they get ooh.
But do they not have a big statue of white Jesus
It doesn't
in
matter.
Nigeria?
It doesn't matter. Whatever is there is there. But they're not changing their race. They're not changing their ethnically or their tribe. Just like you people can be black Indian, red Indian, copper color, Choctaw, and everything. Whatever you people call yourself, if you check the past, there is nothing like descendants of what you people are mentioning. If you see the white people sometime, even with their name is Yans or Yancy or Goddessy, at least you will see that the trace where they're coming from really. But with you people call themselves Red Indian, Black Indian, Choctaw, and everything, there is no footprint of people. Rather, you people are just bunch of Negroes be brought from West Africa or Central Africa and drop people in United States, like what the white people came there to do, start a new life, do whatever it is. At least they can see your footprint all the way to West Africa. But that also, we cannot deal with you people in terms of culture, because in Africa we deal with each other, even when with different tribes, we still deal with each other on cultural basis. You understand? But with you people, it's very difficult to deal with you people on your culture, because we don't know about you people eat color greens, be washed on the bathtub, right? Who's doing that? Kamala Harris.
Yeah, they did that yesterday for Thanksgiving. A lot of them did in the bathtub.
Color green.
No.
Look, Mac, stop arguing with the experts here.
You watch color green on top of the bathroom.
No FBAs is washing collard greens.
Kamala did, and she's
your
FBA.
cornbread. Use this guy. Your
That's a bold-faced lie. No FBAs will wash no collard greens in no
Mac,
bathtub.
did you enjoy Thanksgiving yesterday, Mac?
Yes, I did. Thank you. But I wanted
to finish.
Afrodamus, eat the Irish chicken. You understand me? Because the chicken the Black Americans are selling to us sometimes, we own fried chicken. That is Irish chicken. The Scottish food, look, the white man put that food in your mouth. Stop disturbing the white man. They'll give you Irish chicken.
No, we had turkeys with bunny ears on it. I believe you call it bushmeat.
No, it's all Scottish food. You eat the Scottish food. You speak like Scottish. The broken part of Scottish. You eat the potatoes of the corn you put on the grill with butter on it. Who give to people? So the white man make people to survive the 400 years.
You Nigerians got your culture from Arab Muslims mainly. Even your so-called traditional dress is nothing but Pakistani and Arab Muslim wear that you've Africanized.
Okay,
that's all it is.
At least we're not attacking.
Same difference.
Okay, we're not attacking wherever the source of the culture is coming from. We never really go and start attacking them. You understand me? We appreciate it. We respect it.
Oh, something
cake. Even you that the white man give pancake to eat, the waffles, and they give you the Irish chicken. Even your soul food is made out of Scottish food, but still. You cannot give the respect.
What is your food made out of? The same staple foods that everybody else eats. Rice.
You cannot give respect. You cannot give respect to the white man.
Rice, bread, yams, etc. It's the same thing.
You cannot give respect to the white man that give you all this food to eat.
Kidola, pretty much. Do you think maybe the white men have to come to Africa and build infrastructure for the blacks to be able to make it like they did for them in Liberia, or what is it going to be?
No, the white man tries first in Liberia, and they see these people, you cannot give them anyway. They still want them to come with the big ship. The white man will never want to build amenity close to Africa anymore. You understand me? Because the white man said, no, we will be experiencing them in the United States. We kind of isolate them. We're not taking vacation in Africa to deal with the real people. You understand me? If you are a Lion King in a theater, right? The white man will never want to use the African Americans to act a Lion King because they will not know how to dance the dance. So these Black Americans are just a bunch of hyenas that actually doesn't know the origin of the hyenas where they're coming from, because they've been fed for a very long time with the cowboy food.
Well, if we're hyenas, Ola, you eat us because you eat bushmeat, hyena bushmeat.
No, you're a type of hyena that wander around. The wonder hyena that have no teeth, but try to make noise.
So Kidola, you think soul food restaurants would work in African countries?
No, because soul food.
Yes, they would.
Hold on.
Yes, they would.
Hold on, Mac. You gotta let them.
There'd be lines around the corner.
Soul food.
We all know that.
Soul food. So I prefer to eat a white woman who cook soul food because it's their culture. You understand me? So the black people learn that culture. The only thing black people know how to do in America, what they give them the freedom to do, how to gather all kind of skin, or I don't know really, because most of the food they copied from the white people. So why should I eat the one that made? Why should I not go eat for the real original one that know how to cook it? You understand me?
You know what? I think you guys should be more worried about Mr. Holman and his plans that he has for mass
Who?
deportation.
What about who?
That's more of a urgent urgent concern you guys should have.
You see scared. You see scared because
No, because I'm gonna tell you. He's gonna target you FLBs first, foreign lineage blacks, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because they brought
You know what? We'll get on
hold
that topic another day.
on.
We'll get on that. Look,
The Hispanic migrants that they brought in, they brought them in to replace us FDAs. That's the real reason, because we're no longer fit to be the lowest bottom caste anymore. That's the plans that they have for them. So they're not going to mass deport them, but they're going to target you guys because number one, they need to reduce the inflation.
What is FLB? What
and
is
of course,
FLB?
of course, all blacks, whether you
Mac, what is FLB?
foreign lineage blacks. And of course, because all blacks we're the first ones, we're the last ones hired and the first ones fired. They're going to target you guys first. I'm telling you that now.
Well,
just giving you fair warning.
Thank you for letting us know. Let's do our closing statements because I want to do 2 shows. We'll come back and assess the black food, their culture. Let's start with Rasmus. Rasmus, what do you got to say for your closing?
Yes, Afrodamus, can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, what I can say is this, right? Listen, there's no such thing as there's no such thing as
because the topic is about Gambia. They saying don't come, and what do you want to touch on that? And
Oh yeah. So let me touch on the topic real quick. Oshay, like I said earlier on my statement, Oshay is a grifter. He's just grifting. If any diaspora want to go back to Gambia, if they want to trace their roots to a specific ethnic group there, they can go ahead and do it. But to go there like try to attempt to put yourself above the people, and then talking crap about the people. I mean, to me, that is completely uncalled for. But after that, let me ask you this: since they are doing that in the Gambia, what is your fellow tribesmen are doing against that? What are the thinkings?
Well, honestly, in Gambia, like this, they just put in this internet thing, like it's big, but blacks are not that. They are not visible like that because they're not really running anything, to be honest.
Yeah,
not many of us over there. Not many of us over there.
Yeah, my brother, it's my turn,
like
man.
People that are there,
man.
they just, it's like, it's not like they're visible like that. The internet, that's where they're visible. Like people just see something, yeah, that's a black American, or if they talk to them, there's a lot of black, British, Jamaican descent. Like Gambians are very familiar with Western people. There's a lot more, Europeans, there's white people that live there or, come quite often. So think about it. Why is the white people fitting in?
Right. Well, Afrodamis, have you noticed that the American lady that was in Tanzania, like the way he was saying that, our people in Gambia,
right?
When she was saying that our people in Gambia, she's not referring like to the Gambian people. She's referring like to
the blacks.
The blacks.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, wow, man.
Oshay too says the same thing. Our people. Max says the same thing.
And my mom, I'm like, what's the point of you going to Tanzania? I mean, are your ancestors from Tanzania, from any Tanzanian tribes? Why are you there?
That's why my title say domesticated blacks. Because if you say they have to go research yourself, you went all the way to Tanzania, I mean, like, it's like bringing a lion out of the zoo that was born in the zoo and raised, and and then that lion, take that lion and send it to it's an African lion, savannah.
Yeah,
But now you take that same lion, you take it to the jungle of India, because they have lions in the jungle there. The jungle lion and the savannah lion are not the same. You see?
completely two different
These
things.
Yeah,
people they're
they're
needy
not
and
the same.
delusional. They're
So
needy and delusional.
if you take that lion,
Max, relax,
even if
man.
the lion
Stop
was born in the
interrupting, brother.
zoo, right? Even if he was born in the zoo, but that savannah lion would would be able to assimilate in the savannah than if you went and took it to the jungle, even though it was born in a zoo. So it's the
Yeah,
same
that's
thing.
fact.
Yeah.
That's
And
fact.
and,
And
and that
after that,
lady,
before I go,
she looked very diluted. She might want
yeah.
to, check some of our ancestors in the Highlands of Scotland and Ireland.
And after that, you know what's crazy? These people, if they are willing, if they humble themselves, some ethnic African are willing to accept these people,
Right. Well, that's a
but
fact.
they don't want
Well,
that.
it's not
They just want
that
to go
people
there
are
and complain.
rejecting. People are not rejecting them. That's a
No, they're not.
fact. Yeah, they're not rejecting them. They're just making up stories, but they're not being
Exactly.
rejected.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a fact. So
Man,
that's
like
why
if
we
you,
know
if you
when
if you
people,
know
some of the
if
people,
you
if they
only
watch
know
these
like
videos,
the men in different ethnic African that accept me,
Mhm.
I mean, I'm already accepted by my people, but man, it's just ludicrous to me how these people go to Africa and then they profess that no, their people were taken to Africa, they were stripped of everything, but you're not completely stripped of everything if the tribes that your ancestors came from they still practice their custom, they still speak their language. If you are willing to go back to that specific ethnic group, nothing really was stripping away from you. So why you keep pushing that false agenda, everything was
Av-
taken away
uh,
from you?
Thank you,
Afterdamus,
Osman.
Let me give you an example.
Yeah.
There's a British woman, white woman that married to an Igbo man for almost about 40 years, right? The woman had been going in and out, stay in Nigeria, go to England, and the husband, right? Now the husband kind of like getting old. The woman built a school in the Igbo land, right? The woman speak the language. She sit and discuss very important things with the head of the family where the husband is coming from, right? Strongly. But that's what I tried to let them, because there's no B1 that said there. That woman have more, she's like one of them. One of them. If you touch that woman, right? If you touch that woman, they will give you hell in that society. Hell. Because that woman is not able to sit with, because of her age, she's not top of the, because in that place they have what called women head and society. She's very, very top. She's even going to their king palace, talking and everything. But that woman have never bring out a negative aspect of where her husband is coming from and start criticizing it. That doesn't mean sometimes she don't take, I hope things get well, this corruption need to stop, finish. But she's just doing her own thing, running her own school. You understand me? Running her own school. So not now that white people, that's what I said, if you come to Nigeria, you see a lot of white people there. There are some now that even become an Hausa.
Look, I've seen videos of white people that speak good pidgin.
Yes, they speak very strong because some of them, their grandfather or their father came as missionaries those days. You understand me? They are not into the Hausa group. If they live in Jos or Kano, and they have their own house and land. So one of
You
them.
know what's funny, Kidola?
That's right,
Kidola, the white
that's
people,
right?
right?
I've seen that.
I've run into, like, when I was even there in Gambia not that long, I've run into more than 5 white people who they speak the languages there fluently. Some of them are even young, they're from America. So how are they willing to learn the language?
Because that's what the Black Americans in this internet, they don't understand that what they want to say to Africans, never really exist to the Africans. That's why I say, look, I prefer to deal with the Asian because we are similar types of things. They eat goat meat.
Yes.
I eat goat meat.
Well, even here in America, you see that you have more similarity with
You have
the
more
Asians.
similar with the Asians because
That's right. That's right.
I have a friend who married to an Asian woman, very nice woman. She cook African food, she cook Asian food. You know, very nice. No criticism, no nonsense.
And hold on, let me say this
That's
to you.
great.
By
That's
the way,
great.
Haitian food is strictly African food, like from various ethnic Africans. I just want to point this out. We don't have like a specific Haitian food. Like Haitian food is strictly African.
That's
Therefore,
great, man. You guys got a real good bromance going on. That's great.
No, it doesn't mean what you want to call it. It's
don't
what
be jealous, man.
It's what called respect.
That's wonderful.
It's what called respect. You respect the other people. The other people respect you.
No, but real talk. Y'all, real talk. Y'all cultures are similar though.
There's nothing
I'll admit that.
There's nothing like Majara there. There's nothing like
the Majora spirit.
Yeah, the Majora spirit there.
Hey, that's a wonderful concept, didn't it? Tariq really got down when he came up with that, man. I'm telling you. You guys know you like it.
So look, Afrodamos, on the 27th of November here, 27 years I've been with my wife, right? If you come to my house, you knock on my gate in the village, my wife will ask you, who are you? Through my language, right? She will ask, who are you? Sometimes open the gate. So there was somebody to open the gate. It would check from the window, who are you? Where am I? It would describe, oh, go to the back house. You see him there sitting down there. If there I'm sitting. Nobody in my street, nobody in my village, nobody around me, however, disrespect my wife based on her color. Rather, they respect her a lot and say, oh, yeah, she's married to so person. That is her husband's house there. You understand me? That's where we operate. Sometimes my wife shake the children. If you have anything, you give to the children when they pass it by on the street. That's just the way it is. Just the way normal African people will operate if they have anything to give children when they're running by or playing. There's nothing like, oh, my place is not so, my village is not developed to where she's coming from. You understand me? But she never said, oh, where's that place smelling fufu? Where's that place smelling ogusi soup? Where's that place? Because she understand she's not living in Holland. It's different. You understand me? It's different. There's no Holland food. She eat fufu with soup. Wash her hands, she eat it. You understand? Clean the plate, wash it, arrange where she's staying. Finish. What you have to learn is this: have to respect other people culture than you just go in there, start attacking it. That's
a fact, and not making a mockery of it.
Yes. 9 times out of 10, when we go to Africa, we do respect you guys' culture, your ways.
We hear this internet, the Haitian it's mod. We hear in this internet, the Haitian. Have you ever seen the Jamaicans attacking the Haitian for whatever you want to call it, eating mod? You even come to say, oh, they're eating the cat, eating the dog. It come out of people's mouth. You understand? It come out of people's mouth sometimes.
No FBA said that Haitian people eat cats, man. Come on.
Tariq did. Your leader, Tariq did. I even did a show on it.
If he did, he said it jokingly. He wasn't. He knows Haitian people aren't eating cats.
He meant what he said, man.
He was saying it jokingly and sarcastically. He didn't really mean that you guys actually eat cats. He knows that.
Before we leave, let's just establish Africa is for the real Africans, and real African, that includes the Indians, it includes the white man, the Chinese, and whoever had the real spirit.
That's
right.
It's not about skin color. It's about who can fit in Africa, and
that's good.
That's what it is.
Okay. Hey, we want to keep it under 3 hours, right, Afrodamus?
Yes.
I'm sure.
Yes.
Well, let's let KBM go. It's your show, but I'm just saying,
Yeah, I'm a proud Kenyan by marriage, African by marriage. I love it. Born in America, and someday, I just got a great idea from this live stream. Since my 2 businesses, and I'm getting ready to open a 3rd next year sometime, are successful in Kenya in 2 different locations, I'm now thinking of a 4th one. I'm thinking because in Nairobi, they love jerk chicken. There's some Jamaican restaurants there doing very well, very successful, at least 3. I'm thinking of opening up my own soul food restaurant there in Nairobi.
You know, you should do it. I think you know what?
KBM. Are you a culture vulture, KBM?
No, not at all.
You sound like a culture vulture.
Nope.
Vultures are indigenous to the African continent. So you
they're actually
fit right in over there.
Well.
You fit right in over there.
Right here. Yeah, I do fit in right over there. I perfectly fit in. When I got there, I fit in.
A culture vulture, yeah.
Hold on.
No culture vulture. Now, if you go over there, let's put it this way: if you're a culture vulture, that means somebody that goes over there, they don't get along with anybody. Then they try to adopt something that's over there to try to get along. So that is what you would call a culture vulture. When I went there,
food is from the white people.
But like I said, this is an example of how nice and hospitable Africans are, continental Africans. They accept KBM, a Caucasian man, and that's okay. That's a good thing.
And they would accept you too. As long
exactly,
as you don't
they do. That's what I'm saying. We don't
just the same.
They do. All of the FBAs that I polled that travel to Africa said that continental Africans are nice people, very hospitable, very welcoming, etc., etc.
That's true.
So
that's true.
I'm gonna open a.
So what's all of this? So all of this not going to Gambia. This is fear mongering.
That's true. What I mean? I agree with you on that because that's what Oshay loves to do. It gets some views. So
Gambia
he's always
is one
into
of
that.
the most
Why can't we go over to Africa, enjoy Africa, spend time with our racial relatives, and just like Africans can come over here and enjoy North America. We don't have any problem with you guys that are legal immigrants enjoying America like everybody else.
Going there and doing just that. There are FBAs that are going there and doing just that.
Bro, Gambia.
It's the ones that you see complaining on YouTube and Facebook and IG. They have issues with themselves. So what they do is they take whatever baggage they have over here on the plane with them, and they don't leave it at the gate. When they get off the plane, they take it out.
Majara, let me tell you the truth, right? I'm from West Africa. Gambia is one of the most peaceful country you ever live. Look, some Nigerians that went there after 50 years ago never really came back anymore. Very peaceful place. I have Nigerians who went there as lecturers. When they came back, they said, man, they miss it. They love it. You know, Gambia people are very, very peaceful. I met a lot of them in Europe. I met some of them in Nigeria. Very peaceful people. They discuss business. They do their thing. They are very business-minded. You know, don't be surprised. If you come to Nigeria, a place called Port Harcourt, it's being owned by a Gambian man. Up to today, Nigerians are working for him. You know, some of his chief of sellers there are Nigerian girls. He never abused them, never said, oh, look at this ass. He gave them free, he gave his head to State Department lady to live on the apartment for them for free. We see, look, Africans are not what Nigerians live in Gambia, bro. They're doing business there. So we should not be hearing, oh, Gambia is this. Gambia is very peaceful, they are very hospitable. If you buy land there, you are free not to build your house there. They don't disturb you. Maybe if you run across some of these foreigners that came over there, maybe to hustle, then maybe we don't know why these things are happening. Please don't destroy the name, because this will be existing for a very long time. They're very, very peaceful people. Other foreigners are coming there. The Europeans are coming there. They own homes there, own anything. They're married there. Nobody ever touched them.
Hola,
So
Baba.
let them
Hola.
believe. Afadama,
Let me ask you. Can I ask you a question? Hola.
Well, we're doing the closing, so I'll see you, Ola. In the
Yeah. I'm almost done with mine. I also wanted to say, Mac, is that we have Jamaicans in Kenya that run those Jamaican restaurants, and they're doing fabulous. They're getting along just great. There's even one Jamaican. He goes by Jam Tours. He went into business with a Kenyan that was there, and she ripped him off. Basically, he put up all the front money for the Airbnb business that they're getting into. She signed over all the paperwork for the apartment, everything into her name, and he spent $7,000, right? Okay, so he had to take her to court. He actually sued her while she was, guess where? Visiting in Jamaica. And she was begging for money to get out of Jamaica. Okay, so this same guy, he helps anybody from anywhere in the Caribbean, anybody from Europe, anybody from America. And if you're interested in coming to Kenya, He'll help you out with all your immigration status, even after all that happened to him by a Kenyan. So what I'm saying is that people get along there great. And if you have no friction, you don't bring any baggage with you, and you just try to get along, follow the rules, the law of the land and stuff like that. All these people that are complaining, if they just did that, they wouldn't have any issues. They wouldn't be getting stuck in the country. They wouldn't be coming to Tanzania with $500 thinking it's going to last 7 months, and all that other type of stuff. The thing is that if you just follow the culture that's there, and you don't basically have to change who you are, but just respect who, the other people that you're going to be around, that way you can get along just great. And if anybody just comes to any country with $500 thinking it's going to last all year, there's something wrong with that person. That person doesn't need to even have a passport. They need to learn how to travel and budget for themselves at home before they go abroad. But
let me ask you something real quick, KBM, if I could. Just real quick.
Real quick.
Okay, who do you think that continental Africans would have more respect for? Somebody like Afro Think Tank, who's looks like Kenyan garb in Nigeria, but he's trying to be damn near Nigerian. You know what I mean? Or a person like myself who just says he's an FBA. I'm North American. That's where I'm from. But I respect you guys. I respect you guys' culture. Now, who do you think that they would have?
To be honest,
I'm talking about that.
Actually,
I think they would respect you.
Is going to be well respected because Afro Think Tank got
Afrodamus.
Hold on, he's got.
These people think this guy's.
Hold on, he's living amongst people that see him as family. He's got compounds amongst them. They see him. He interact with them. That's how Africans are. It's simple. They accept him.
You remember the video that you played earlier, where the young lady was saying about money. That's what it's about.
Hold on. Wait, Afro Think Tank is not there as a passport bro. Remember that.
I can see that, and that's good. That's good because I don't agree with the passport bro thing. They aren't any different from conquistadors or colonists, basically. The same mindset.
What I'm saying is, Afro Think Tank lives amongst a community, like they know him there. He's got compound. He's like pretty much one of them. So he's not at the same level with these people that are making videos talking about women.
Afrodamus.
They see him. Hold on, they see him as one of them. He is invested.
Yes. Afrodamus. If you moved into an FBA neighborhood, or a predominantly FBA city, would you go out and get yourself some Jordans? Get yourself a New York Yankees baseball cap, turn it backwards, a big gold chain, and start speaking in Ebonics? Or would you remain who you are? Your Gambian, your Gambian ethnic group where you're from, and proclaim that and just be who you are. Just deal with the people accordingly. Which one would you do?
Well, first of
all, and which one do you think you would be more respected doing?
Hold on. So are you trying to argue that Afro Think Tank is not being respected?
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying who do you which one out of the scenario I gave you, which one would you prefer to do, and which case would you think you would be more respected?
In the black neighborhood, I would wear my 2 watches. My fake.
Unless you actually were born there and you grew up there, that's totally different.
Look,
you see what I'm saying?
Hold on.
That would be totally different.
Not you at all. Wait, Mark.
If I was born in Africa, even though I'm an FBA and all I grew up around is other Africans, that's all I knew, and I dressed like the other Africans. I spoke the language. That's something totally different. That's something totally different.
Wait, what is your?
You know what I mean?
Wait, what is your argument about Afro?
That he looks ridiculous.
To you, but he's not. He doesn't look
He
ridiculous.
looks ridiculous to the Africans that are there
No,
too.
no, no, no. What did he do?
They won't say it. They won't say it because out of courtesy and respect and hospitality.
Yes, one mic, one mic. Hold on. Let me correct this. Hold on. Let me correct this. Matt, as me, as an African, and knowing how the culture is, trust me, Afro think tank fit right in. I've seen his videos. He is not like
But
like
Afrodamus,
hold on, let me finish. He's being himself. But you have to remember, Afro think tank lives in that community. They, like they embrace him. He's got farms, like they know who he is. He's not there trying to change those people. Like I've seen one of his videos where he bought like a goat or sheep and invited all the people. He's going with the cultural norms. Like
he's not the same person in person as he is on his videos.
But Afrodamus, do you know that there are Caucasian people that were born amongst FBAs or black people that grew up with them, and they speak just like an FBA, dress just like an FBA. But guess what? That's fine and good because that's where he was born. That's all he knows.
But what issue?
But when you come to a culture and you're not from there, you weren't born in it, and you try to become the people, just totally disregarding your own culture, that's something totally different.
What
Matt? What you felt to
I dare say that's even a form of self-hatred in a way.
Hold on, Mac. He went there. He said to trace his roots, right?
But he wasn't born there, and he didn't grow up amongst them.
Okay, but what I'm saying, he fits right in. The people love him. He gets along with them. He has no problem. Like, what is your issue with him then?
Okay, well, let him continue with this masquerade. But for the interest of time, I digress. I'll let it go.
Again,
I'll let it go.
So far, I have not he's got some weird ideas about politics in America and stuff. But as far as he's living with in that community, from what I've seen, he's doing it just right. He respects the people. He fits right. Obviously, he's there with them. He fits right in.
That's another thing I want to say to all my FBA people or anybody traveling to foreign countries, or if you go over to Africa, pick up a book and learn about international law and diplomacy, because you guys get on these public platforms criticizing, making statements, etc. That could be construed by one of these countries as you being a belligerent, and especially if you're a guest in their country. You don't get on these platforms criticizing the leaders, criticizing the government, etc., etc. Stop doing that. Pick up a book about international law and diplomacy and read up on it.
Okay. So you.
No, I'm serious about that. That's not that's not me trying to.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me read.
I even seen one guy from the USA.
Let me read this. King, thank you for the super chat. He said, "You need to respect yourself. We need to respect ourselves as Africans, so that others will respect us. We must never tolerate disrespect." Thank you for the super chat. 100%.
Let me say this. This is one thing. I even seen one guy. When the riot.
Are you talking about?
Yeah, international law. It's a branch of the law. International law.
Or
public international law. But I seen one guy actually from the U.S., a U.S. citizen. When the Kenyan riots were going on, he was over there filming it in the thick of it. That's not wise. You could be a judge to be or deemed to be a belligerent. That's an international law term. Look that up. Belligerent. They could label you a belligerent, and you'll have all kind of problems.
He has the legal right to film there.
No, but he was damn near participating in it. He was in the thick of it.
Hold on, Mac. What law did that person break? Or the Kenyans themselves were filming it. It's not illegal to do that.
No,
what are
but
you
see
talking
In
about?
the
no,
county of
no.
Nairobi, it's legal to film in the county of Nairobi
But look,
in public.
that's
Now,
a
but check this
riot.
out.
That's a
It
riot.
doesn't
That's
matter.
almost
It doesn't
analogous.
matter.
But listen, that's
It
almost
doesn't matter.
analogous to a war.
Those riots,
almost.
made
And you can't
me and my wife lose money in
listen.
our
When
business.
the Hutu Tutsi thing was going on,
Okay,
That's
we're
a totally
going
different
over the
thing.
time, guys.
those that weren't citizens, they had to remain neutral. You
Okay,
have to remain neutral in situations
I will
like
see
that.
you
That's
guys. I will
international
see
law.
you guys on the next one. Thank you, Matt.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, Afidamis. Thank you,
Yes,
brother.
thank you, guys. Thank you. I don't know what Mac is talking about. Like he gave Afro Think Tank as the example. He's actually the perfect example for most blacks to follow. He went, he's got his place. He lives amongst the people there. I mean, I see no problem with that. Like he's there, they embrace him, he embraces them. That's what it's all about. I mean, but to come up with your own little agenda, and some of them they are so mad at the guy, they are jealous because he fits in, right in with the people. But they said he looks ridiculous. But you notice he's not saying the passport bros look ridiculous. That's what we're talking about. Anyways, at the end of the day, take personal accountability. It's not the places you're going to. You, the person, you get to determine what that experience will be like. The good, the bad, and the ugly. That's what life is about. Your job is to rise above any type of difficulty you come across. But if you want to point fingers at other people, you relinquish accountability. I'm talking personal accountability. You know what you want, you know how you are and how you roll. So when you meet people, you have to know how to set boundaries. You have to know situations that are safe or not safe. Study people, don't go by skin color. Take your time. Be open-minded. Be willing to learn. Be a student of the world. Do not bring the same drama with you. It's time to change that. Seriously, it's time to change it. And you don't have to come to Gambia, those who are on the fence. Because you see, when you put negativity in your mind about a place, for instance, when you go there, trust me, that negativity is what would manifest itself. I get it. We talked about a lot of different things. Some we say it goes into jokes. Some people get upset, but that tells me you are not ready. If you are one of the people who every little thing pisses you off, ticks you off, that means you don't want to improve. You want to live in delusion. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. That works in the USA. But if you're going to book a flight out of the USA, you better wake up. Do not go filming yourself, telling people to come. There's women here for us to take. You are setting yourself up. You're setting yourself up. Get yourself a place, understand the people you're about to meet. I mean, that is for people that really have, good motives, people who already have a sense of direction on what they want to do. Sure, if you want to just go and have fun, you can go there a couple months or weeks, stay at a hotel. You won't be the first person doing that. But if you move into countries, you're living the greatest economy, and you go into places saying you're an investor, but you're not bringing any investment capital, then you're not an investor. You're an imposter. Don't be an imposter. Even if you want to go to Kenya, the same thing. That's the rule of thumb. I will see you guys on the next one. I'm out.
Lend thy ears to the Afridamers. Pay attention to the Afridamers. The true Soninke warrior. Naturalist his intelligence. As a true professor. Solution to brainwash diseases. Sit back, relax, and hear the wisdom. Afridamers will heal your minds. Sit back, reflect, you'll find no objection. Afridamers will clear your doubts here. Always log on to the Afridamers. Lend thy ears to the Afridamers. Is the truth and no doubt the Soninke word.